Check, check, check. Check, check, check. This needs to be muted. I'm glad I saw that. Good. That would have been super annoying. Excuse me. Probably made this brighter. Hey, what's up, PS Weech? How are you doing? Are you the real Master Chief? Brutal Moose just subbed for 50 months. No, that was Evil Healer for 50 months saying, Ayo, Luke stream. Brutal Moose is 97. Can we get some love in the chat for the one, the only Brutal Moose? And indeed, I am the real Master Chief. The one and the only, don't you know? I'm me, the real Master Chief. I don't even know if he sounds that way. Pretty much every badass hero protagonist in a video game is like a growly voice. 100 month, yeah, you will. That's crazy. Evil Healer, holy cow. What did you just, how many did you just gift? 10. Holy Slayer. Dang. Can we get some love in the chat? Can we get more hearts in the chat to Evil Healer? Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Evil Healer. We got all the homies here too. This is great. Well, just enjoy those. Enjoy your gifteds, people. I feel like this might be a little too loud. Hang on, I might die. Let me know if it needs to go up, go down. Oh, this is the enemy team. Oh, shoot. This is so insane, man. Which Halo am I even playing? I'm playing Reach right now. I didn't get a gift. I must be the Hades of the bunch. For some reason, I don't know why. You know, I don't know why it chooses who it chooses. But I'm sorry that you were not one of the chosen. Yeah, you can become the anti-hero, the antagonist. Hey, what's up, Cheridish? How you doing? We're still in this Evil Healer 710 gifted subs. Man. So just everybody, you know, tune that out. What am I getting hit by? Oh, this tank. As you can see, I'm doing really well. Total 0 kills. Dude, wait up. Yeah, we're totally gonna do some sick stuff. Me and this most basic default. How have I been? I've been pretty good, Tatruas. How about yourself? Oh, this is actually pretty sick what we're doing here. Oh, we're done? Well, I kind of wanted to still keep going. Thank you, PS Weech. Thank you for the sub, Cheridish. Now I'll hop off and kill this guy, I guess. See if I can get my first kill. I don't think so. Oh, there we go. Kill number 1. Should probably move my camera up just a smidge so you guys can kind of like read what's going on. I feel like I'm in 2000 and when did Reach come out? 2010? 2009? No, before that. 2000 and is around that though. I'm definitely in the ballpark. Yeah, it's definitely 2010-ish. Hi, it's Vox. We rebranded. We chill. Enjoy your Haloisms. Picked up Overwatch, and it's kind of wild how much information I absorbed from watching you play it a while ago. Hey, what's up, LC12? Thank you so much for the 18 months. And to PS Weech for the 82. Jeez, gosh. Thank you so freaking much for that. Keep the hearts going in the chat, guys. Just spam hearts to celebrate. Yo, I actually have some sort of news to say about Overwatch. I definitely had the most toxic relationship with Overwatch ever. And I kind of had to come to grips with, like, I was like self-medicating with that game. Because Overwatch is so fast and you are forced to shut off your brain. There's no way that you can process or think about anything else other than Overwatch when you're playing it. So what I was doing is I was playing massive, copious amounts because it forced me to not think about things. Long story short, definitely developed an unhealthy relationship with the game. And so I was like, I cannot quit this addiction to playing this game. Because that's what it was. It was definitely an addiction. So I had to take a step that I've never taken before. And I had to send in a deletion request to Blizzard to just to completely delete this account. I've done the same thing with COD. Yeah, it sucks. Because I love the game so much. And maybe... Oh, I stuck my friend. I am so sorry, pal. That was totally an accident. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Brutal Moose. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just kind of had to come to grips with the fact that this is just not good. Egabuha with the 43 months. Can we show some love to Egabuha? During a really sour Overwatch game, or just a really bad experience, I would do the typical is the best thing. You just gotta know. Hey, what's up, McKean Media? How you doing, bro? One of the things I realized with Overwatch was the fact that what was I even gonna say? I'm forgetting. I don't know. It was just long story short, it's a toxic relationship. I had really bad habits surrounding how much I would play and when I would play and how I would play. It wasn't for a social reason. It wasn't for fun. I think it really was. It was like pure escapism that turned into possibly its most toxic form, like arguably its most toxic form. The first alert that it was getting really bad was a couple of days ago. I got silenced because it was like you in the chat have been deemed toxic, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I think Overwatch is just bringing out the absolute worst in me. And I think it all stems like from the reasons as to why I was playing it. Is like self-medicating through Overwatch. If that makes any sense. If I'm making any sense, please let me know, because yeah, this is just something that I've kind of realized myself recently. And I feel a little crazy coming to this realization. Yeah, I just had to cut, so I had to send a request to delete my Overwatch account because it was just way too toxic. Oh yeah, what did I say? I would say things like if we had a really bad game, it would be like, I would say like F me in the effing A, and I would like type that explicit in all chat because I would just be furious. Or I would say things like, you have got to be fucking kidding me, like after a loss, and I'd say that in all chat. One of the things I'd say was like, I fucking hate this game. It's just like my way of like coping and getting it out after just like such a close loss. I was like dropping the F-bomb in all chat. I would never say it over mic, but I would type it. And yeah, so I got silenced for 13 days. And that was like, okay, this is a good wake-up call. No, I was definitely, dude, I was flying off the handle. This is part of the reason why I had to stop. I was putting so much stock in my identity and my performance of that game. And when, you know, it went poorly, the worst of me came out. I said a lot of garbage in Rocket League and stuff. I never got banned. I feel that I lived my life through video games, relying on it being escape. It was about 2017. Yeah, and the weird thing is, it's like, it's only Overwatch. I don't know why. It's only Overwatch that like, I'm able to play this right now, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 kills or whatever, and I could care less. I'm just going around having fun. It's a much more positive relationship. My favorite phrase is when a friend said on League, they asked someone in chat if they licked the shelves at Walmart for fun. Oh, dang. I say a lot of stupid insults. Yeah, I think there are definitely times. I mean, I won't lie to you guys. There are definitely times where I have like popped off on somebody on my team or something like that. You know, even like Kerbals has called me out a few times, been like, "Oh, dude, calm down." I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's totally right. I gotta like chill the F out." Like I'm just, what is the matter with me? It's a good thing to have friends like that in your corner to really kind of bring stuff up to you, because otherwise you kind of just autopilot. You just autopilot on. So anyway, when he brought that up, I was like, oh, damn. Yeah, like I'm getting like mad toxic playing Overwatch. And yeah, it just really rallies people to be, I don't know what it is. And I was kind of thinking about F me in the A is just hilarious to me. Yeah, I would type it out like full phonetically. I wouldn't say like F and A, obviously. But that's what they considered explicit. Yeah, that's the thing, though. I was never toxic. I never teabagged. I felt like that. I mean, look, everybody is going to think the crap that they do is just and right. And for their own reasons. But I would typically pop off on the enemy team or on my own team if there was I was like the anti-toxic guy. I was definitely fighting fire with fire. One of my favorite things to do, God, I love doing this, is this is probably why I got silenced. I don't know, but people probably hated the fact that I did this. And I would call people out all the time in all chat in a game of Overwatch. For example, there'd be somebody on the other team who would be talking crap. Like, okay, how do I paint this picture? Okay. The enemy team is losing. You know, in the middle of the game, they're losing. In all chat, that enemy team is complaining. Now, I don't know in which specific case it changes. It's always, you know, it's either like the tank is sucking and the whole, you know, it's like Lord of the Flies. Everybody on the opposing team hones in on a single teammate and they just put them on blast in all chat. And they're like, our tank is complete garbage. They're saying like tank diff, and they're dissing their teammate. In those games, one of the things that I love to do is when that happens, but the enemy team who was losing at first ends up winning, I type in all chat. And typically these games, I'm not typing or saying really anything at all, but I'm reading and watching it all unfold and seeing what happens. But if that enemy team who was roasting their own teammate ends up winning, I always command that person to apologize. I'm always like in all chat, I'm like, I better see y'all apologize to your tank right now. It's like what I say him by name. I'll be like, Timmy Turner 420, you better apologize to your tank. And I just put him on blast. So maybe that's the reason I got silenced. I don't know. But I love calling people out who talk crap, especially when they like pop off too soon too. And if they're, if they're typing like GG saying like they won, like they basically, taunt. Yeah, they probably hate being called out like that. So it must be him. Call them out. Yeah, absolutely. They were being absolute dicks to that guy. So, it's typically in those instances, but, I cannot sit here before you today and be like, I am the savior of all Overwatch mankind. And in every single game, I'm not the toxic one, and I always go to bat for the little guy. There are definitely games where I was the toxic guy and said things that I should not have said and that sort of thing. And it's just, you have those moments. I always felt like Overwatch was the best at bringing those moments out in me. I was talking to, he loved the comment, so do I. One of the things I was telling Herbles, I was like, I feel like, in Star Wars, how if the Sith, they look like all messed up in the face. They're like, if you mess with the dark side for too long, you get all white and crusty and your eyes get black. Or your eyes, get inverted or something really weird. How is that not a stick? On my end, that looked like the animation completed. It's hard in Overwatch not to. Oh, yo, I literally just lost my train of thought. Yeah, I've definitely been the toxic one. Oh yeah, dark side. Yeah, so that's called dark side degradation in Star Wars. It's when you F with it's basically when you F around and find out, but it's with, the dark side. I feel like Overwatch is kind of like that for me. Like there's Overwatch degradation. The more that I walk closer, the more my soul and spirit like leave me or something. I don't know. You go cross-eyed from the dark side. The worst that I ever done was after a match, I called a teammate the R word. In my defense, I was also 14. Also, I had the pass. No, yeah. Look, there's no reason to pretend that wasn't like a common language amongst gamers, especially in the early 2000s. It's like what we said things all the time in high school that are definitely not permittable today. And it wasn't things that were ever on the radar either. Like you don't think that back then we didn't think we were saying anything bad. But in retrospect, we're like, oh my God, why did those words ever become a part of our like everyday language? What the hell is this? I forgot about this thing. That's a shield drainer. Dude, I think about that all the time, Megaboo. I think about that all the time. This sounds weird to say, but like it's not always, but occasionally I will start thinking of that. I'm like, what do you guys think some of the things that we're saying now that might get ruled out later? Like, obviously, if we could think of those things, we wouldn't say them, or I don't know. It's quite interesting. I don't know. How do I deploy this in this game? What's the what do I have this set to? This shield, the shield bubble. TGFQ. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna drink the Coke instead. It was an absolutely wild time. I remember vividly. How do I deploy the thing? Z? Okay, Z is zoom. I mean, that makes sense. Bumper? Dude, you're gonna hate the fact that I'm playing this with the mouse and keyboard because my controller won't work. I think my system is so janked now that like my USB ports are like going out. Hey, which Halo is this? Is this Halo 3? Oh, yeah, I didn't try. Oh, I think it's Shift. Yeah, Shift. Shift had me thinking it was, dude, I hope push to talk voice chat. Yo, it's on, thank God. Dude, I thought this whole time I had all chat on, but like them turned down. This is Halo 3. Yo, I got some fond memories playing Halo 3. The first thing I think about is that kid from Mean Girls for the 3 months. Can we show some love to that kid from Mean Girls? The first thing I think about when I think of Halo 3 is the flavor Livewire, that orange Mountain Dew bottle that came out when Halo 3 did. And me and my friends unironically bought that stuff, and we were gamers. I had a pal of mine that over the span of like 8 hours, we beat the whole like campaign in a single sitting. And it was just all off of like soda, energy drinks, junk food. Oh, it is Shift. It was like the most obvious button. I'm so used to thinking that Shift is so obviously sprint. Because in Halo Reach, I always use that for sprint. Yo, I recently downloaded Halo Infinite. How do you like it, Prince Darwin? I really like that flavor of Mountain Dew. That stuff I remember getting me like, that stuff had stuff in it that should not have been in it. Cause I remember it hitting different. I remember getting the freaking like jitters and just being it's called Livewire, and I remember feeling wired AF. We might have drank like a lot of it though. That's probably what ended up happening. Yeah, very syrupy. He's very, yeah, for real. What's this though? What is that? Is that a mine? Oh, okay, it is. Okay, cool. Golly. Yeah, it was loaded with a ton of freaking sugar. Oh yeah, Mountain Dew Code Red was like my favorite too. In 2004, 2003, when they were like running that campaign side by side with like Street Ball and one Street Ball, I was like, yep, this marketing's working. This is all I want to drink. Oh, I remember this thing. What is this called? Chopper. Did they ever bring this vehicle back after Halo 3? Oh yeah, it's absolutely insane. I never like double checked this, but I remember one person one time, like I went out to lunch with a friend and this friend was like, yo, I watched this thing. I watched this news segment and they did this news segment saying how like Mountain Dew has the same effect on your teeth. Dude, I have 1 kill. God, I suck. How Mountain Dew has the same effect on your teeth that meth has. Or something, and they stopped. They're like, I had to stop drinking it after I saw that. When even when he said that, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm quite ready yet to quit Mountain Dew. Like, come on. It's scary, but come on. Y'all ever see that episode of Futurama where Fry goes to the Slurm factory? Before that, he's like so addicted to Slurm. And Slurm's like Futurama's like, you know, version of Mountain Dew, essentially. Yeah, that's what he said. I swear, he said freaking meth. How do I throw this? Good Lord. I was like, how do I get rid of this stupid thing? It's hard not remembering the controls. Oh, yo, I forgot you could do this. Holy crap. Wham wazzle. Who the hell? What? That had water when I was a lad. Dude, Code Red hit totally. Code Red is so stinking good. Mountain Dew definitely knows how to make a cherry flavored drink. I'll tell you what. Come here, Cypher, whatever your name is. The coconut guy. Hey, what's up, some of these? Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Good Lord. I just got a lot of crap. It was so unexpected. The video? Like the video upload or that section in particular? Like the hot Cheeto version, the hot Cheeto. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Oh, the whole video? Yeah, I'm not about to drink a hot Cheeto flavored. Yeah, like that sounds, oh God, I'm kind of curious now, but that sounds crazy. That's not even a thing you can get, is it? What was the deal? Was that a limited run? I think if I were to like, dude, guys, look at my KD. 2 kills, 9 deaths. I was the worst performing player. That was great. Just cinnamon flavor? Oh, yeah. Ooh. No. Oh, no way. We trying to get a squad going on Halo? Who's got Halo in? How many of you guys got Halo? Yo, okay. I will open up Halo on one condition, that we don't get in the group chat. You know, if we do community stuff, I'll just stream and just have like an open lobby for everybody to join, cuz I kind of get it's not even kinda. I get extremely overwhelmed when there's like more than like 6 voices happening at once. And it can just be like mad overwhelming. But let's do it. Look, let me run this game, and then after this game, I'll like go to the bathroom, like go and get my drink out of the fridge, and we can open it up. Maybe this will give some time, maybe for the people, if you guys want to join. I don't know if this will give you a little bit of time to install it, if you want to jump on. 72 gigs. Don't know, gang. It is a lot to install the Master Chief Collection. Yeah, that's right. You got to go in. What do you got? Okay, well, let's do this. Let's hold up. Let's do this. Let's do, what do you guys want to play? Do you guys, let's just pick a single Halo from the Master Chief Collection. So, and be like, everybody just install that one. Because when you go into the game itself, it'll like pop up like the options. It'll show you like on the UI, like all the games that you haven't installed yet. But let's do Reach. Could we please? Reach is like all-time fave for me. I mean, hence why I also put it in the video I uploaded today. By the way, go and watch it. It is uploaded. It is a video that probably took me a little over a month to fully finish. It took a lot of time. Is this 2? What is this? Yeah, this looks like 2. This looks like an upgrade version of 2. Hour and a half, not gonna happen. Oh damn. Okay. Even just the single game, just this is 2 updated. Okay, cool. It looks like it with the way, especially with the way that the brown rock texture, just like the way I remember it looking back in the day. Just remember that game being orange. Halo 2 was the first multiplayer game that I played religiously. Like, that became a part of my routine as a kid. Very first one I ever got into playing. First Xbox Live account. It said it was 2 on the loading screen. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be a dead man. No, you won't. Steam Deck is great, dude. You know how many people play with controllers? Still play Halo with controllers? Just like the way to play. They have like, I'm pretty sure they have a slight aim assist that you can also turn on or off. Oh my goodness gracious. Halo 2, this is so funny. You know, I just told you guys why I submitted my deletion to have my Overwatch account deleted. Because it just brought out just the worst in me. Halo 2, it being my first multiplayer game, was, I remember the first game that did that. Where I would like play it so much and then an unhealthy amount to where like I'd rage. And I remember even being like 13, 14 years old going like, okay, I don't typically get this angry this often. You know, when you're just playing, just in general. And I'm not even talking about like going throughout my day, like regular motions. I'm just talking about just from playing the game. I'm like, it makes me so stinking angry playing this thing. Man, I totally forgot about that you couldn't turn that off. What the heck is going on? I feel like I need to put my webcam over here. Because it's like covering, each time it goes to a different game, it covers up like pertinent information. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what's the deal? 45 minutes, I'm gonna be on controller. Heck yeah. Whatever. Y'all install Halo Reach, because if we can low-key create a squad of people to play that game. Are we just playing Reach, or should I install something else? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying Reach for now, because I don't want people to have to install like literally every single thing. Oh, Commando Orca, thank you. That's such a sweet message. I wish the same for you too. Thank you for that. That's really nice. Yeah, that's what I'm playing right now. I'm playing Master Chief Collection, and I have all of them installed. Just cause I don't know why. Cause I knew I'd get bored of Reach eventually. Oh, it's installed by default. Reach, in my opinion, is definitely the best one, so good on them. But I wonder what their reason is. Ooh, this gun's crazy. This is the Brute. Yeah, I have Master Chief Collection installed. I also have... It's Halo Infinite, right? Infinite? I went in and installed that one as well. Although I haven't played it since. How was the plasma pistol in 2? Was it like super good? It was like super good in one of these. I feel like it was too. Oh, the suppressed SMG. It was awesome in 3 and Reach. They like nerfed it in 1, right? Because it was like OP in 1. Or yeah, I think I'm also thinking of the pistol too. The pistol was like mad OP in one of them. I think maybe the first game. Who's shooting me? What is that a shotgun? Like I'm shooting at ants. They're so freaking far away. There's not like really much indication that I'm hitting them. You can kind of see like their shields like wiggle. I keep changing targets too. Should probably just like try and kill one. Oh Lord, I ain't got no ammo. Yeah. Ah! Damage utility, so it stays pretty good. I love the utility. I love how it disables shields on all things. Like not just people, but how it shuts down vehicles too. I've always thought is so cool. These games is so good though. Oh yeah, so great. Super good. What's everybody's, if we got any Halo fans in the building, what are your favorite ones, or which one do you remember playing? What the heck is going on with this thing? Is it like, oh no, he's flying it that way. That thing flies, like, turns on a dime, it seems like. What the heck just happened there? Who sniped you? I'm about to get sniped myself. Oh, that's the guy that. What was that? Oh, dude, I suck so stinking much. Dude, I played a bunch of that too. I love the Forge mode. It's super fun. This game, I'm not really feeling this game right now. I love 3 and Infinite, which is apparently a controversial take. Which one? Infinite? Do people not like Infinite? So extra, I love it. Both are kind of contentious. Oh, interesting. I love Halo 3. I feel like I never get the sniper rifle in multiplayer games. Or, like, I feel like I rarely can get it. Oh, speed boost. Okay, well. Thank you, Infernal Spawn. I've heard it's divisive. What's divisive about it? What makes it what it is? I'm starting to question if I should have installed it or not. I know this is an action-packed game right now. There's a lot of things happening. Oh, there we go. That's something. It's the item shop people don't like. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Prince Darwin, I remember people saying that now. I remember reading things about that or whatever, but not really understanding because I don't play it. Casual players want more physics, objects in Infinite, and pros want less. Yeah. Sounds right to me. Ooh, dang, that was pretty clean. What about this guy? Sniper rifle's so OP. So are my friendly footsteps too. Oh, that one not as clean. Didn't even get to make a shot there. Is that a no? Where's the like rockets on this level? It feels that way. You're talking like the sniper rifle, right? Oh Lord, dude, I just got deleted. Mother freaking F. Oh, cool, dude. The noob combo. Classic. I gotta get it off. Man, the sound it makes is so weird. Yeah, they're mad blocky. This guy is just pressing W. I mean, what is happening? Here we go. This is it. All right, so it wasn't it, but yeah, we'll just ignore it. All right, this game is almost over. This has been quite the uneventful match. I'm excited for our Reach matches because Reach gets like crazy. Yo, dude, love the new YouTube poop. Thank you so much. PBG in the house, ladies and gentlemen, with 92 months. Please show off that love in the chat for Peanut Butter Gamer. Dude, thank you so much for watching it. It was so fun to make. I was telling Ian about this earlier, but it was very fun to make a video that's just completely like you're not in it. And I'm not thinking about monetization at all. I'm just like, let's just make a really funny thing. It is so funny. Thank you, some of these. I love that vid. I think it's so funny. I was literally the first view and like I refreshed my homepage and saw it uploaded 10 seconds ago. No way. That's insane, dude. Thank you for watching, bro. I had such, I mean, if it's any indication with how the video turned out, I had such a fun time making it. Yeah, go check out the feed. I uploaded a video today if you're not aware. It's my very first YouTube poop. The thing that was the most important to me of that whole YouTube poop was paying homage to the OG Zelda CDI. I was like, I've got to include this. Like, I've got to let people know that I've been watching YouTube poop since the very beginning. Yeah, so I'm super excited with how it turned out. And thank you, Prince Darwin. You should pull it on stream and give commentary on it. You guys want to watch it and me give commentary? I mean, golly, I will. Sure. React to your own video meta stream. All right. Okay. Is it gonna ruin the magic? Is it gonna ruin the magic of the mystery if when I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I did this is how I did that? You know what I mean? Like, because there's so many crazy things that went into editing that video. And I often wonder, I'm like, because I get excited about the process and I often want to share it, but then I often think in hindsight, like, how much is appropriate to share? Like, where's the threshold of not, ruining the magic? You don't have to give away the tricks, but if you don't want to spoil the magic, but I love to do the process. Okay, sure. Yeah, totally. Totally. We could do a live reaction. It's seeing how your favorite movie was made, I think. Absolutely. I'll give you guys a live commentary on World Met Boy. It's definitely the most random idea. And like, as soon as when I thought about it, the first thing I thought was, why is it that I've never considered making a YouTube poop? How are you other video projects going, homie? The other video projects took a backseat to this project, and the fact that I was just wasting my time primarily throughout the day. It's like watch you walk through a beat. It's just super cool to get that insight. Yeah, absolutely. Yo, look, I love talking about that stuff. And if you guys actually want to know the process, I'm more than happy to share it every single time, because I love talking about it, but I don't want to ever force it in a way that it appears weird or self-indulgent. Sometimes I feel like when I talk about stuff, I don't know, like I'm really overly paranoid that I talk too much when I'm around friends and family about things I get really excited about, because I can feel that dial switch in me and it like gets turned up to 11. And I get like really excited and passionate about a thing, and I just kind of go off the handle. I'll just see one from Ian or Peeves. They pretty much already do in most videos. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that because Ian's videos are very YouTube poop inspired. We all kind of adapt that chaotic, like, you can categorize it differently, but it all is kind of like the same-ish, but everybody's got their own voice. I did a very YouTube poop edit in a video I'm working on the other day. Yeah, I love that crap. You know what you know what the biggest downfall with what you just said, Austin, is like, man, people need to know when you put YTP on a thing, that communicates to the audience as like, hey, this is a very crazy high edit. It's like if you add more YouTube poop elements into a video, how do you communicate that up front to the audience? Is like, hey, we got some insane edits in this thing you might want to check out. where he's just opening a bag and his arm just extends like off the screen. Dude, yeah, when people do that, maybe it just becomes a sense of normalcy. I mean, people just expect it. Yeah, I mean, like when you watch a PBG, like when I watch a Peebs video, there's a bit of Peebs YouTube poop energy or chaotic energy you just like expect going in. And you know that it's with the creator. Edit in my recent video. Just call those kinds of videos YouTube lights. Oh, dude, YouTube super star nuggets. I love that. That type of classification, that's so sick. That's dope. That's dope. That's like that's the perfect framing device. At least for me, the way that I see it in my head, I love that. That's a very like clear communicator, you know? It's great. It's so good. Oh, yeah. All right, yeah. My bad. I got a drink in the fridge. Let me go grab it. And then we can do the commentary. And then if you guys still want to play, we can play. But at least have it installed maybe for another time. Because we can play it again on some other stream. I will be right back. Enjoy this Halo music. Hope it doesn't lull you into slumber. Be right back, everybody. Because I'm pretty tired. Totally understandable. My feelings will not be hurt if nobody wants to play. It's totally. I get it. Oh yeah. Be right back. Yo, all right. So here's what I was thinking. So if we're gonna do this commentary about the YouTube poop video, if you guys are cool with this, I was thinking about putting chat on screen and then taking this segment out later for just like a bit of content. I put it up on the main channel. I could put it up as like a sub video on Youngtown Live. But I was thinking, since there's a handful of people in here that'd like to see it, there's probably more people that'd also like to see it. So this would maybe an opportunity for content. I don't know. We'll just do it. We'll do it anyway. We'll throw it up. That's me, Herbals. What's up, bro? How you doing? So, let me show you guys the drink I got. Check this out. This is it. This is something really weird I saw at the gas station. It's called a Noca. Noco. NOCCO Strawberry Miami. It's kind of got like an 80s logo on the Miami. I know y'all guys can barely see that. I'm sorry about that. But yeah. Yo. Do what you got to do, Tatras. Much love, dude. Whoa. This month in a video call. That's fun. We're about to do a commentary of the YouTube poop. So I'm about to pull this up right now. It is strawberry. It's pretty good. It's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to taste. I was expecting that sort of fake artificial sucralose taste because it is sugar-free. But I gotta say, it is it's much nicer than I had expected. Much lighter. Let's turn on the screen cap. Here we go. Let's turn on the chat box. Hey, no problem, Commander Orca. No problem at all. All right, cool. Everybody get ready to say hey to YouTube. You guys ready? For you, but I don't remember how. Oh yeah, I should change it, shouldn't I? Herbals, could you change the stream category for me? I think Herbals remembers how to do it. I'm doing the PBG thing right now. Making a stream clip with the intent of turning it into content. All right, I'll change it. No big deal. 2 seconds, everybody. Okay, I have to log in. One second, everybody. Let's change the category and we'll get the show on the road. Nah.
All right, we're
sorry. That's me. That's me. No need to get afraid. I'm like an angel out of the Bible. Do not be afraid. But I come here with great gifts and great joy. All right, this is video commentary on my own video. And this is just chatting, maybe? Oh, game reaction? Yeah, I don't know. We'll just leave it at this. We'll just keep it at this. All right, is everybody ready? Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hey everybody, welcome to this special video requested by a handful of people here in this chat asking for a reaction to the YouTube poop that was just made and just uploaded just a couple of hours ago. So here we go. Yeah, everybody say hello, yo. Get your haze in there. Let's go. And yeah, let's begin, shall we? Here we go. So obviously, as we start off the video, so the point of the video is to share commentary, exclusive behind the scenes, thoughts, ideas. You know, tell me what you guys want to know, and you know, we'll answer those questions as we go. The opening sequence is inspired by South Park, 100%. I think it's a great way of framing the disclaimer.
Sex, slander. I smell ass.
All right, so this is going to be crazy. I actually got a pretty lengthy story about this very first clip. As I was editing this, I've been taking a different approach in how I make videos lately, in that as I'm working on them, I'm showing people and getting their, like, watching how they react and watching how they sort of respond to certain things. This scene here in one of my sort of previews with my you know, local friends and family, as I would show them this, was more like originally like here in the video. It was more at the 2 to 3 minute mark as sort of like a segue scene. And every time it hit that spot, they would always bust up laughing. And they had like a really big reaction here. And so that sort of signaled to me, I was like, let's put this one-off joke as like the starting joke. Maybe that'll be a really strong way to start the video. Had I not showed them that, I would have, you know, I would have never placed it at this spot.
Slander. I smell ass.
I smell ass.
Corey, sit down! Did you hear that okay from my big mouth?
Fatality. Congratulations, you killed me.
All right, so this sequence here is from a episode in the very last season of Boy Meets World when Corey and Topanga get married. And this is from the episode when they have their very first fight. So these audio clips, I mean, they get pretty visceral at each other. And spoilers, Topanga and Corey get married. Who could have ever saw it coming? Yeah, so in the opening sequence as well, we have Topanga. She waves her hand like this. And I was like, oh man, wouldn't that be funny if instead she was waving her hand, she was like waving a gun and she was like, pop, pop. And so that's where that idea came from.
Corey, sit down! Did you hear that okay from my big mouth?
Fatality. Congratulations, you killed me.
The last thing I added in this scene was actually the Topanga Lawrence, Corey Matthews, and all this stuff here at the top. The health bars was the very, very last thing added to the scene. And I feel like, yeah, what you say there, kid, from it was a good ad because I feel like it communicates to the audience that they're expecting something to happen and then there's payoff instead of just watching something, not really knowing where it's going. You kind of have some sort of frame of an idea and then with the timer countdown. So there's so many layers. It did not come out like with this scene at first. It took a long while to get here.
Congratulations, you killed me.
Oh yeah, you can see it there too. Oh dude, thank you so much.
Congratulations, you killed me.
There's a lot of different masking techniques happening too. Some of them is like automated, like the AI green screening where you just select the subject and then you like run it through. And then some of them are actually manual rotoscoped. If I could do it automated, I always went the automated route. So for instance, in this section here, like when Topanga's holding the gun, it's like frame by frame. Like she just, you know, it's a stupid edit. But here though, is when I did the automated, like I went in and I just green screened the sky out. Yeah, she's still holding the gun. Yeah, one of my, so that level of detail to me.
Congratulations, you killed me.
That level of detail to me is so important to somebody like me because I always love it in cartoons. Like, so you guys know when you watch a cartoon and like, let's say you're watching an episode of the Flintstones and, you know, Fred breaks his leg or his head comes off. He obviously doesn't continue the rest of the episode with his head off. It was just like a shtick. But I always love it when something happens to the character and it progresses throughout that entire episode. An instance of this would be an episode of Family Guy when Peter and his friends, they get stranded on an island and Peter eats Joe's legs to survive. And throughout the whole episode, instead of just, you know, Joe's legs just appearing in the next scene, as it typically that would be the case, the whole episode, he doesn't have his legs anymore. And then they tie it in contextually with another sort of throwaway joke at the end. But I love crap like that. I love sort of like chaos with a little bit of continuity. That like consistent chaos that sort of like stays committed to itself. And so that's what I wanted to present in this video. So like if you saw Topanga with the gun in the previous scene, you know, like Corey for a few scenes here, like he's still headless. Like he doesn't instantly go in back with his head. Dude, absolutely. PBG, do your thing, bro. I'm just, you know, whatever you guys got to go off and do, I'll still be here. So yeah, so I obviously didn't keep him like without his head. He's got his head right there, but I was like, that's fine. And then we'll just move on from that. WorldNet Boy, I can't even remember how I masked that out.
I'm Eric. Your waffles and butter did this too.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap. There's a lot of crap from different episodes spliced together to make that moment. Was trying to figure out while watching. Dude, a lot of it is just like over the span of months, you work on it. One of the other things that I did through this edit, and this is very intentional, is when my timeline got extremely crazy, like, you know, and it did. It got crazy within like a minute to 2 minutes of finalized video. And it was just littered with just all kinds of different audio clips and cuts and things like that. I would export all of that out and I would bounce it out as the first 2 minutes. And then I would bring it back into the session, delete all the edits so it would clean it up and clean up the space. And then keep the single new edit. So so I'm just committing. And I love that process of like running the tape. So it's like you're constantly just committing to the edit. So I can't go back. I can't change anything. And I did this throughout this video probably like 6 times. Oh yeah, I love South Park. So I'm always like, I've been watching it back recently, so it's been on my head like even more so. There was another South Park idea that got like scrapped.
I'm Eric. Your waffles and butter did this too.
As a simple mask right there to the TV. Totally got this idea from the Fresh Prince of Blair. I always loved it how he like focuses on a scene with the television. It's not even a clean mask either. I mean, that is such a dirty mask. The thing that sucked about this is that I was always changing this scene here, and that meant I had to go back and put it in the following one.
Roger. Wake the bus up. We gotta watch your report. You gotta watch it.
Maybe Mr. Williams doesn't know.
Oh, there's this really funny scene where Mr. Williams, he's the teacher in this scene, where Corey gets like a fish in his locker, and then Mr. Williams walks up and he goes, "That's a big old fish." And I kept trying to manipulate the audio to where it sounded like, "That's a big old bitch." But it never sounded like bitch. It sounded like bish. And I was like, this is annoying. "That's a big old bish." And as much as I looked for like a cha or, you know, whatever to manipulate the audio file to make it sound like that, I just couldn't get it to happen. So that got scrapped.
We gotta watch your report. You gotta watch it.
Maybe Mr. Williams doesn't know.
I am
Here we
the
go.
coconut guy.
Coconut guy. All right, there's a lot to this.
Coconuts don't talk, Gladys.
I heard him.
Coconut Guy was from their honeymoon episode where Corey and Topanga go on a honeymoon and they want to stay in paradise forever. Meanwhile, Eric, he's dressed up as a coconut here because he's secretly spying on them, trying to assist them in their honeymoon and make sure it's the dream vacation that Corey and Topanga always wanted, because Eric was responsible for sabotaging Corey and Topanga's wedding. So this is his way of sort of paying back and making it up to them. Coconut Guy started out really simple, and I got the reason it's really overstimulating and chaotic is because it was one of the first things that I completed, and I got so sick of it. I was like, I gotta add something to this. So originally it just started out with this orange background with the coconuts, not even the subtitles from the DK rap. And, you know, and he was just like popping in. And so the subtitles came in last, and then I like threw in DK because I got bored. I don't know why I have this fixation of like people with guns shooting other people in the face in these YouTube poops. I don't know. I think it's hysterical. You Are a God is kind of from a controversial episode. It's when everybody thinks that Corey had sex with Topanga. Sean's like, "You are a god, Corey." But I like it in this context a lot better. Oh, yeah. Big shout out to my brother Nate. I wouldn't have thrown that "yeah" in there had he not gave me that idea.
Coconuts don't talk, Gladys.
I heard him.
I love the music in the background.
Corey, open up. Corey. Hello? Corey, open up.
Oh, who could that be? Knock, knock, knocking.
For the longest time, it always went from here to this scene here. It was probably about, I want to say like maybe like day 18 or something, like halfway in the edit. Prince Darwin, thank you so much for the cheer. That scared the living snot out of me. When I was about halfway point of the edit, I was watching some Boy Meets World clips, and I heard him say, "Who could that be? Knock, knock, knocking." And I was like, oh, that's perfect, because he's like opening the door in this other scene. And that made me go like, dude, absolutely, bro. That made me think like, oh, it's like kind of like a trivia question. And so it was that voice clip that triggered this whole next segment.
Who could that be? Knock, knock, knocking. Oh, who could that be? Knock, knock.
Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Who is knock, knock, knocking?
Originally, the South Park guys, it didn't throw to them. It just went straight to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like somebody else, like an audience member was changing the channel. But I thought it would be clearer and simpler if the audience themselves saw who ended up changing the channel. And then once that idea came into my head, I was like, okay, well then who do I want to like be watching World Met Boy? in this really meta take. And I was like, oh, dude, the boys, my boys from South Park.
Let's play Who Wants to Be a
And
Millionaire. Who is gonna?
this was extremely, thank you. This was extremely manipulated to make this seem like this was a scene from the show, but this is not. Them sitting there on that couch and Eric saying this bit of dialogue that he ends up saying at the end is not from the show. Okay, so through all the way up to this point is very organic audio. And about this point here is going to get mildly controversial because I use a lot of AI audio generated to like get these characters in the video to say really, really ridiculous things. And this is when I began to experiment with that for the first time. And I started with Regis's voice. From the idea, how funny would it be if it was Regis from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire asking some random guy who is behind the door? Like, for some reason, it just follows up into it. And it's just like, it's such a random switch, but the continuity is there. And so it makes it super unexpected. So obviously, I had to generate Regis saying, who is knocking, to reflect the OG clip that Corey said.
Knocking and is ready to get
Drunk Wasted with Corey Matthews from World Met Boy.
I just thought that was such a hilarious way to word it. It's ready to get drunk wasted with Corey Matthews from World Met Boy.
Is it Mr. Feeney? Sean, my asshole, Topanga.
I think I know this one.
No, you don't, you stupid bitch.
I'm gonna say
Don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up.
For whatever reason, throwing Regis's voice through that generator just came out sounding exactly like him. I didn't have to do like really much manipulation. I don't know. He just has like a consistent character as to how he talks. So whenever that whole thing got generated, it's just like always ended up sounding super, super perfect.
C.
You know, it's kind of tense, isn't it, for $100
It really
question?
is.
Yeah.
You know, it's not
Yeah, it's extremely, extremely eerie to the point where I had a bit of existential crisis as I was making it and was like, oh my gosh, like I'm using AI audio. This is like a controversial thing right now, but I'm like, the whole thing is about like audio manipulation for a YouTube poop. It's like everybody knows that a YouTube poop is like is not trying to be an earnest like I'm not trying to deceive anybody and be like, hey, look, do you remember the episode from Boy Meets World when Corey said the F word and Mr. Feeney got mad? And I'm trying to make like the super authentic duplicate to deceive people. You know, I'm just like, this is a YouTube poop. So that's honestly how I rationalized it in my head. I was like, with the YouTube poop tag on it, you know it is manipulated already from out the front. So hopefully with that tag, my hope was, I was like, people can just sit back and relax and just, yeah, the intro says it all for sure. Yeah, just like, and just enjoy how ridiculous this thing is. Because this is why this video was primarily made. It was made as a reason of escape. I don't want to get like, God, I don't want to like depress y'all too bad. So obvious, like if you've been following me for a while, you know that my mom has been like sick with cancer and that we have fought this like year-long or so fight. And she got cleared of cancer this past January or December. And it most recently, it came back. And in a very small way, it's not serious by any stretch of the imagination. And it's just like the residue, the remaining from whatever wasn't fully like killed, that is just remaining. And so she actually had her first treatment today. So one of the things that I would do is, because I have, you know, I'm such a night owl anyway, is I was already working on this video late at night, and my dad was like staying over there with my mom, and I was like, Dad, I was like, don't worry about staying up with Mom. Like, I can totally stay up with her and make sure that, you know, we're like managing her pain meds okay and stuff like that. So like, you go home and sleep, because he was like not sleeping well at all, you know, from working and like trying to take care of Mom and stuff like that. I was like, let me take care of it. I'm just going to be editing anyway. Like, I'm up to the butt crack of dawn anyway. So I was literally sitting by my mom making this video. And this video was the greatest comforter in times such as that. Like, it was just a great escape to just like delve into, manipulate with massive chaos, and just to be like, have a means to just be completely silly. So whenever you guys see me like referencing like that kind of stuff online, whatever like, that's, you know, I spent nights with my mom like editing this video, just like right by, you know, her side, making Regis say my asshole and you know, all these heinous, horrible things, and I'm just like dying in the process. Appreciate that, Mojave Cyclone. And the way that I'm kind of like wording it, it kind of sounds like manipulative how I'm wording it. But my primary way of justifying the AI audio was the YouTube poop tag. And so I was like, I just hope that people know what that tag and the disclaimer up front is I'm not trying to deceive or trick anybody with the audio.
Not like anybody's watching.
So your final answer is?
Final answer is C.
He says, my asshole,
My gosh.
it's Sean.
Ryan, I'm sorry.
This is actually a clip of a guy for real getting the very first answer wrong on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The OG question, I don't even remember what it was, because it's something that I would have gotten this question wrong if I were sitting in Brian's seat right there with the actual question he was asked. But I was like, how funny would it be if he just so obviously got it wrong? He actually says C, and C is the wrong one, and it is actually B.
It's Sean.
Ryan, I'm sorry.
It's over.
And that was something that I wanted to communicate to the audience too. So I added like the visual elements, such as where is it? That right here, when he's like, it's kind of intense, this being the $100 question. So I added that little display to be like, guys, this is only question number one. He's about to get this mother effing thing wrong. So there's a bunch of little details to just like, you know, communicate to the audience all the important information so that the joke is set up in the best way possible.
Sorry.
It's over. You fucked up.
This is also why I added this element here. It is so high-key sad that he immediately just lost. Yeah. And the sad thing, too, is that not only did he not win any money, is that, like, he actually says it's over. He doesn't say you f***ed up, but Regis actually says it's over.
I'm sorry.
It's over. You fucked up.
And then, of course, I added in all the audience. All the audience that you hear is not ever organic to the scene. That was also the primary reason why I wanted to do Boy Meets World. I loved Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love the fact that it's a sitcom, and that when you YouTube poop a sitcom, the audience is like part of it. And that to me just makes it even funnier. I don't know why. Because then that makes it, you know, with the laugh tracks, audience members always like laugh tracks more than not. It's weird, the tests that they've ran on television. actually laughing. Yeah. And it makes it funnier too, because you get them to say inappropriate things and then you can get the audience to also react inappropriately in ways that groups of people would not actually like react. And that to me is just hysterical.
Ha! What a dumbass.
All right.
Ryan, I'm sorry.
It's over. You fucked up.
This whole scene right here, I basically did frame by frame.
What a dumbass.
I manipulated so many different frames so that his mouth matched up perfectly. I think I did some masking too, and then had to go in and replace the mouth. And then also one of the elements that hand right there and him holding the remote is completely added in, and I had to like take out his other hand. Oh no, that's actually Cartman saying, "Ha, what a dumbass." Yeah, no. Cartman has so many insults. It's just finding which insult do you want to use. I actually had them talking a lot more in this scene too. So yeah, I animated his hand there holding the remote, and I was like, this feels too still. So I'll animate Kyle blinking to make it feel like more kind of like a real scene out of the show. And not so much of like an edit.
Ha! What a dumbass.
So it's like some of the edits, like you want to be real. I wanted to be really, really bad, but then others I wanted to be more like fun homages that are done well.
Oh, it's Sean. What are you doing here? Hello? Johnny, you don't understand what I got here. Still want another beer? That's what I want. Really give it to me. Because you are the king of drinking. And we are all gonna have a good time, Shawnee. No, we're gonna have a good time, Shawnee.
Nate, my brother, pointed this out. This originally was not here. And he watched the scene without it. And he was like, I feel like that needs to be there. He's like, it happened the first time when Corey was drinking. It should happen the second time when Sean is. And I was like, dude, you're absolutely freaking right. What a great note. It's probably one of his best notes. And his next notes follow into the next scene too. I love the idea that they're watching it flip to the question and then back. Yeah, me too. Sethy Buns, thank you so much for that 87 months. How you doing? Really appreciate you. The interesting thing about this scene is that, like, it's obviously a scene. This is the only episode of Boy Meets World where they cover underage drinking. And this is from an episode in season 5 when they're seniors in high school. It's titled When You Can't Be With the One You Love. It's the only one where we see Corey partake in underage drinking. And the context of the episode has to do with his devastating breakup. Hey, what's up, Sethy? Thank you so much. Gotta absolutely keep that context. Yeah, you got it. You've got to. And there's a lot of effort to make sure that that continuity is there so that it is consistent and enjoyable to watch. So Corey has a little bit of a, if you've watched the show, you know this, but Corey in season 5, they have the senior ski trip, and Corey has a little romantic something with someone while he's with Topanga. And so this leads on a whole arc within the storyline that complicates Corey and Topanga's relationship. And it becomes so rocky to the point where Topanga breaks up with him. And here we are, Corey, post-breakup at a party, trying to cope. And so that is the context of this particular episode. And the funny thing is that it is actually Corey peer pressuring Sean to drink. And if you know these characters, you know that that is not very characteristic. You know that Sean is more of the rebel and Corey is, all-American, good guy, good family kid. So this honestly was a controversial episode when it came out. When it got picked up, I think in syndication, I could be wrong. I could be misremembering this wrong, but I feel like it was so controversial to the point where Disney didn't want to run this episode based on what it covered. And the thing is, Disney's so freaking weird on top of that too, because not only is this episode really great, but it's got a good message at the end of it. It's not, you don't see them partake in underage drinking and then, you know, they give you the thumbs up. Like, ain't underage drinking fun, everyone? Like, they're great consequences, and you see it pan out in the whole span of the episode. But anyway, in this, Corey is like, he's like, actually, I love these old sitcoms, man. Me too. Corey in this scene here, he's actually like extremely chill. He's not high energy at all. He's like, here, take a drink. Sean, I know you want to drink, so drink. And he's like, I'm not going to fall for that peer pressure crap. And then he takes a sip. That's actually the line he says before Sean takes a sip, and it's hilarious. The delivery is so spot on. So I spliced in some different audio from like different moments in the show. So he's like,
Still want another beer?
do you still want another beer? That's from later on in the episode when he's like reprimanding Sean. He's like, you puke on my shoes, you fight me all the way over here, and you still want another beer. In the episode, Corey stops drinking after they get caught after the party, but Sean continues on drinking. And so that's where that bit of dialogue is from. It's from Corey's confrontation to Sean.
That's what I want. Really give it to me.
That's what I want. Really give it to me is from another episode completely unrelated to Sean's drinking from this one, but it is from one of two episodes where Sean drinks. There's two episodes where he just becomes like an alcoholic and it's like, oh, Sean's drinking is really bad. So he actually says, really give it to me, talking to Corey's father, because he wants Corey's father to reprimand him because Corey never had like a father figure in his life.
I got here. Still want another beer? That's what I want. Really give it to me. Because you are the king of drinking, and we are all...
Oh, yeah, and that little moan that was from when Sean got broken up with.
No, we are all gonna have a good time, Shawnee. No, we're gonna have a good time, Shawnee.
I love the idea. I just thought it was so funny that Sean would just keep drinking after Corey encouraged him and then be like, no, Sean, no, that's too much. That's too much. I just think that kind of comedy is so funny. When someone's like, yeah, let's go. And then they immediately like switch on a dime and it just is not what they expected.
Really give it to me. Because you are the king
I just think
of
that crap
drinking.
is so funny.
And we are all gonna have a good time, Shawnee. No, we're gonna have a good time, Shawnee.
The audience, of course, is cheering when they're not supposed to. I think that's funny. Originally, this establishing shot of the school was just the OG establishing shot of the school. There was no edits made. One of the notes I got from my brother, who also gave me the same note about Sean, the Drinking King, he was like, I expected something to happen here and nothing happened. And I was like, God dang it, he's right. There needs to be crap happening everywhere in this scene. So yeah, that's Reptar from the Rugrats, masked and tracked in behind. And that is Spider-Man paying great homage to the Spider-Man movie animator. I, honest to God, cannot believe someone in the comments got this freaking reference, because this is what makes this so crazy, is that this reference isn't exactly from the game, but I was thinking about it when I brought it in. So there was this old game back in the day called the Spider-Man animated movie creator, where you would have these assets and they would just kind of like really crappy. Dude, thanks, man. Check this out. The Spider-Man. Okay, we're actually getting like, hold up. We need like this movie animator PC software. We're actually getting like really good animation. Dude, what was that thing called? Old PC. This is it. Cartoon. It's called Cartoon. Cartoon Maker is what it's called. So they had these assets of the figures from who's familiar with the Spider-Man 90s television show, like the cartoon? This is all what it was based off of.
Where your imagination is the real super.
So you just had like these weird GIFs of characters that you would control with your mouse, and you would click and hold, and it would remember the scene. Damn, that cop be zooming. So there was one of these, like, you saw the cop, like, you know, walking around. Watch this guy. Okay, yeah. So when you would click and scroll them with the mouse, they would procedurally go through their like GIF loop, and then they would end on wherever they just stopped at. And then that's when you would add the new element. So when I had this scene here, I was like, God dang it, I wish I could click and drag that old Spider-Man climbing up the wall element. So what I ended up doing was finding footage of Spider-Man climbing a wall from the game Spider-Man 2, and then I ran it through so I could green screen it out. It automatically green screened it out, processed it, downloaded it, brought it into here, and I wanted to animate the asset so it like looked just like the animation. And someone got it. Someone freaking got it. I cannot believe it. 2 hours into the video. Look at this comment. This is amazing. Where is it at? Where is it at? I cannot stress how much it means to me that you put a Spider-Man Cartoon Maker reference in here. Love it. Fantastic work. And this is when I said, I honestly can't believe that someone caught that in under 2 hours. That game was my life growing up. I honestly can, like, because that element is not the OG element. But that was what I was going for, though. Especially with that right there, with how like Reptar is like tracked perfectly, but Spider-Man isn't. He just looks like, he just sort of disappears sort of randomly. I can't.
Have a nice weekend, Topanga.
Fuck you, Tori.
Sean, did you
Every time I showed that scene to my friends, they always laughed at that part. So it was good confirmation.
hear how she said, fuck you, Corey? I mean,
And then their eyes would light up when they would see that Corey like followed up with the F. I was like, all right, so that's a good scene.
there was coldness there. Corey, she's Shut up. I'm me. I'm Corey. Corey Matthews. And? Could practically see her coconuts.
Big shout out to all my friends and family members that actually put up with me and watched this ridiculous thing that led me to this final product. Thank you guys all for watching. I mean, I told them thank you at the time, but just another thank you and a big shout out to them, because without them, I would have never had the input or the ideas that manifested and brought this thing into reality. I just really wanted to make the funniest thing I could possibly make. Oh, I think I
said, fuck you, Corey. I mean, there was coldness there. Corey, she's Shut up. I'm me. I'm Corey. Corey Matthews. And? Could practically see her coconuts. I should know. Because I am. The coconut?
Coconuts don't talk, Gladys.
Don't talk back to me like that. I'll kill you.
That was generated too. Y'all, man, I went through, I think, 2 to 3 hours of going through all of Gladys's lines. And I was like, I need a Gladys insult. The fact that this wife's name is Gladys, if I don't make a Portal reference here, this is going to be blasphemous. And so when I couldn't find the right reaction that Gladys gives to something like what he said, so I ended up generating this is like an audio AI generated Gladys to get her to say it. But before I ended up generating it, I went through like 3 hours. Yeah, I'm really, and then of course you play Still Alive, the sort of lo-fi version in the background to further sell it.
Talk, Gladys.
Don't talk back to me like that. I'll kill you.
I really like the punchline of a bunch of jokes or people's like heads blowing up, and then just, you know, characters going out in ways that they shouldn't.
Mr. Matthews, I'm going to try to put this as kindly as possible. How easy is it to get drugs?
I don't do drugs.
Really? I don't believe you, Mr. Matthews, because I've seen you do all kinds of drugs.
Like what?
Well, like alcohol and marijuana, cigarettes and crack cocaine and Zombrex and bitch. I saw you smoking the ashes of William Shakespeare.
All right, look, Mr. Feeney, you got me. But don't you dare call me a bitch.
I don't think you understand. But the moment you stepped to me, you became one.
Is the best zinger in the whole video. The video's not about zingers or anything like that, but golly, the setup all into it is just so good. All right, so you guys want to know the OG context? The OG context of this particular episode, yeah, I love this part too. Thank you, Herbals. Is Eric comes into Feeney's class in season 1 to tell the youngins, yeah, he's got to line it up, is to tell the youngins what high school is going to be about. And Eric's response, what he tells the kids in the classroom is very surface level. He's like, you got to wear cool clothes. Cool clothes are a must, especially if you want to get invited to the coolest parties. And everybody hangs out with the parking lot. At least the cool kids do. And so Feeney's like, oh, hey, Eric, looks like we're both taking out the trash. And he's like, yo, how did your class like my little pep talk, Feeney? He's like, they thought you were amusing and entertaining. He's like, but you didn't. He's like, no, I also thought you were amusing and entertaining. And so this is when he says, like, he's like, well, why is that? He's like, you didn't give them the full picture. And he's like, the full picture, like what? And he was like, well, like, how easy is it to do drugs? He's like, I don't do drugs. He's like, yeah, but, how easy it would be to get them if you wanted to. He's like, pretty easy. Alcohol, easier. Cigarettes, come on, Mr. Feeney. I don't do stuff like that. He's like, Mr. Matthews, do you consider yourself a role model? No, this is what it is. He's like, Mr. Matthews, do you consider yourself someone that people look up to? An influential character? And then Eric goes, Mr. Feeney, I'm no role model. Yes, but the minute you stepped in that classroom, you became one. That's the OG context of the scene, people. But there's a lot of hoops and ladders to jump through to call him a bitch.
Really? Put this as kindly as possible. How easy is it to get drugs?
I don't do drugs.
Really? I don't believe you, Mr. Matthews, because I've seen you do all kinds of drugs.
Like what?
Well, like...
Yeah, I really wanted it to be intense on this scene, like a scene from Breaking Bad or something, even though I haven't seen Breaking Bad, so this is like my interpretation of what I feel like it might be like.
Alcohol and marijuana, cigarettes and crack cocaine and Zombrex and bitch. I saw you smoking the ashes of William Shakespeare.
All right, y'all. He says Shakespeare a number of times in the show, but the Shakespeare that I used in here was one I generated. Because the way he said it, of William Shakespeare, was just so stinking goddamn funny. I just had to use it. It's just, sometimes when you type it in, this is the best part of the series into like hilarious. Yeah, I love that about that. Sometimes you get them to generate things and they start going off with gibberish. Like you can type in and they're like and it's like they just elevate for like no reason. And God, is it so funny? There have been so many generated lines that made me go like, I've got to find a way to work this in, and I tried, but I failed.
All right, look, Mr. Feeney, you got me. But don't you dare call me a bitch.
Bitch was a generated line.
I don't think you understand. But the moment you stepped to me, you became one.
So another generated line, I don't think you understand, but the moment you... Yeah, but the moment you... Because he said, no. He says the moment you stepped in the classroom. So it was step to me was generated. AI is very unrefined. It's trying its best. I love how unrefined it is. I hope it stays unrefined. And I love obviously, I love the context use of making memes. Another big influence into this video were the meme videos of all the presidents like talking about Ocarina of Time versus Majora's Mask and them playing Call of Duty together. I adore those videos. I just love the narrative implication that all these old farts from the USA government are just bros hanging out and talking and playing video games. I just think it's absolutely amazing. They've never, the U.S. government officials have never been more relatable and more charming than in those videos. So there's great influence in this one from like watching those. Oh yeah, and this sniper rifle was just like a random green screen element. I found a lot of random green screen elements on YouTube. Big shout out to people who just put those up for everyone to use. God bless you.
Oh my God.
Hey, who the fuck took my kill? Now, I don't want to hear a word out of you.
All right, so he obviously doesn't say who took my kill. That was generated. We're probably getting to the section that's the most audio generated because we're getting into that section of AI presidents gaming together. Yeah, I wish they played COD together. I really do. So I was really trying to capture that same kind of thing that I thought was, I guess, just like really charming and hilarious with the AI conversations of people gaming together who like shouldn't be gaming together.
Me.
Originally on this clip too, we didn't have an overlay of Feeney streaming. It was originally just audio. And the more that I watched it back, the more that I felt like it was kind of like unclear. Like you understand that it's Feeney, but this communicates it far clearer. Are just green screen effects uploaded to YouTube? Yeah, they really are great. So many of those I threw in too. And this one, I just went so above and beyond. I immediately thought the peaceful COD lobbies turned out because one person said something. I mean, dude, yes, I love that moment because it's so relatable. I pulled like a bunch of different clips from like actual lobbies like going crazy. There's like one in particular that I pulled from and then I spliced all those clips together to make it like just absolute chaos erupting. Teeny, Feeny, Fo Feeny. It's actually Feeny, Feeny, Fo Feeny.
Who the fuck took my kill?
Oh, yo, and then this is a little reference too. So his name is Feeny, Feeny, Fo Feeny, and he's in a lobby with Corey in the house, which is obviously Corey Matthews. Lonely Hunter 3 is Sean Hunter. He's also in the lobby. And Janitor Buddy 1929 is Janitor Bud from the high school. So we have the principal of the high school and the janitor from the high school gaming with two of the students in a Halo lobby, and they're cursing like sailors. Big Daddy Doodoo 99999 is no one. And Sean Z2 Doomness is just a character from the episode that they keep referencing. Parker Peters 420 is obviously a reference to Peter Parker's Dum Dum. I just couldn't think of anything. And this is just random. I couldn't think of anything. Corey in the House 1993 is the year that I do believe the very first season of Boy Meets World aired. I think that's right. Or yeah, I think it's the very first season of Boy Meets World aired in 1993. And Janitor Buddy 1929, that was actually the year that the actor who played Janitor Bud, whose name escapes me at the moment, was born. So this is a small homage to the actor who played Janitor Bud in Boy Meets World, and was only in a handful of episodes. But oh my gosh, such a funny character. He's the one in his who goes calls him Mr. Weenie. There's your man, Mr. Weenie.
Now, I don't want to hear a word out of you. On me, on me, on me, on me.
That wasn't generated. He actually says that to Sean when he's like really pissed at Sean in an episode. He's like, I don't want to hear a word out of you till we're out of the city.
I'm dead, Mr. Matthews, thanks to you. Fuck you, Feeney. I didn't get you killed. Yes, you did. You didn't peel for me.
And this is, dude, this is just my life. This is just every day. If you game every day, multiplayer gaming, this is how every single goddamn conversation goes. So I wanted to capture that in this scene. And when I was looking through the footage, I was like, is there any shot where it looks like Corey is playing a game? And then I came across the episode where Corey is a telemarketer and was like, oh my goodness, the heavens have delivered. Flying Dragon, oh my God, dude. Show some hearts in the chat right now for Flying Dragon, y'all. Just dope. Yeah, Flying Dragon just donated. Flying Dragon just donated. Who was that who donated? Flying Dragon. Just donated. $20 saying, do not use this money to smoke the ashes of William Shakespeare. Thank you so much, Flying Dragon, for that $20 dono. Keep the hearts going. Really appreciate that, dude. So when I found the episode of Corey taking on the sucky telemarketer job, and it's the white headset, I was like, you cannot tell me that Corey does not have a goddamn Xbox 360 mic on right now. I mean, it is just indistinguishable. And it's like, I don't have to do anything. I just have to zoom in a little bit. And because he's holding like this dialer, it just looks like he's holding a controller. I mean, nothing could have been handed to me on a silver platter than to combine these moments.
Fuck you, Feeney. I didn't get you killed.
Oh, yo, you can see a mess up. I just noticed a missed frame. Oh, yeah, so check out the detail, too. So when Corey talks, Corey into house, his little thing comes up. And also when Feeney dies, so that you know it's like, you know, Feeney's perspective, it's important that also their tag is shown so that you know, like, from who's playing the game.
Mr. Matthews, thanks to you.
No, he's... Okay, so... All right, so this is perfect. So obviously I captured the footage of the Halo games. So obviously there's... Look, 1, 2, 3, 3 frames of missed edit. So I had to go in here manually and I had to create these elements of the fake like tags to like put over. So that's like the OG, like that's what was there, and then that's what I added. So a little flub there.
Fuck you, Feeney. I didn't get you killed.
So you can see who's talking if you just look there.
Yes, you did. You didn't peel for me. You always go off by yourself, Mr. Matthews. Feeney, can you please just get good? Well, Mr. Matthews, you can suck my hairy balls, you son of a bitch.
All of this is AI generated, and I wanted that insult from Feeney to be very Eric Cartman. You're just giving yourself a shout out.
Oh shit. Hey Feeney, don't go upstairs. There's a guy with rockets. Feeney, what are you doing?
I told you not to do that.
Yeah. In that scene, he's actually criticizing Shinazi for hanging up, and he calls him back. He's like, Shinazi, why did you hang up? I told you not to do that. But finding the right clip where like Feeney gets bested and then Corey tells him off.
What are you doing?
I told you not to do that.
Yeah, guys, can we just all stay positive?
Dude, shut the fuck up, fucking Shinazi. Dude, shut up. You suck ass.
Now what, Shinazi? You have a stupid name.
Feeney yelling, you suck ass, made me laugh. Probably like 30 to 40 times on the watch back. I am not even kidding. When I first generated that bit of audio and put it in there, and the way it all flowed together with them arguing, and then it like, they faded out with Feeney yelling, Shinazi, you suck ass. Just, I could not keep it together. Like, I was just making myself laugh so badly while making this video.
Dude, shut the fuck up, fucking Shinazi. Dude, shut up. You suck ass.
Because he goes, is that fucking Shinazi? Dude, shut up. You suck ass.
Yeah, Guys, can we just all stay positive?
Dude, shut the fuck up, fucking Shinazi. Dude, shut up. You suck ass.
Now what, Shinazi? You have a stupid name.
Actually, Corey says that. He says, you know what, Shinazi? You have a stupid name. All right, so the people on my team probably hated me in this game. If you look at the bottom right, you can see that we're actually ahead because I captured this footage. But I literally went into this game being like, I got to sandbag really hard because this is the part of the video where Corey sucks. He just completely is just a horrible, he's just like a bot. So I just have to go in here and pretty much sandbag and play like a bot. It took a lot, I'm so good at the game, as you saw from earlier. It took a lot of effort to be bad. It took no effort whatsoever.
Stupid name.
It was like being in a real lobby. Exactly. That's totally what I wanted the whole energy to be like. That's him calling back Shinazi. Oh, dude, this was the episode that just kept on giving. There's such a long segment of him sitting here like this. Oh, it's just so perfect.
So, what happened to our big talker?
I can't talk now, Shinazi. My wife's home.
That's probably what I consider my most clever edit transition. Shinazi's actually AI generated. Oh, what happened to our big talker? He was just like a default voice from the website that I was using. I was using 11 Labs, that website, 11 Labs Studio or something along that nature. But Corey is actually trying to sell magazines in this episode, and he's really upset that he just sucks as a telemarketer selling magazines over the phone, cold calling people out of his house. And Corey is obviously very insecure in this episode, while Topanga is just all-star, just does everything amazing, Hermione Granger type of energy type character. Just straight A student, super, super bright, super successful, and succeeds in everything that she does. And I was like, for a while, this segment here was just Corey sucking at Halo. And so I sat on it for probably about 3 to 4 days going like, do I want to follow it up with Topanga playing Halo 2? And I'm like, oh man, this is... Because I was thinking about how long that segment took me to edit. Because it wasn't just Corey sucking. It was the whole Feeney segment and then Corey segment. So I was kind of looking for an end point, I was kind of being like, when do I end this section here and then move on to the next, chaotic scene here in WorldNet Boy. But the more that I thought about it, the more I was like, oh, it would actually be so narratively good if instead I did follow up and Topanga popped off. And so the more that I thought about it, the more I just ended up going for it. And, then had to put a compilation of my better moments. Yeah. So contextually, she starts actually like selling magazines.
What are the rules again? How do you play them? What an idiot.
Oh yeah, all this is Topanga generated AI audio. She obviously doesn't say in the show, "Gotcha, bitch," or "Haha, what an idiot," or "Ha, I took your double kill." We got more President's AI edits happening here.
Look who just stole your double kill.
Okay, honestly, this baffled me for a very, very long time. How did this moment happen? Okay, so this is me playing, obviously. I am just, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like driving a ghost into some flying thing. Meanwhile, somebody on the sideline over here has the Spartan laser and shoots it. But I get the credit for the double kill. It says that I lasered them. You can't see it in the footage because my camera's over it. It says, you lasered Bro Daddy. You lasered Bio Soma. For somehow, like, Topanga stole this. I stole this double kill.
What an idiot.
That's just a weird.
Look who just stole your double kill. Gotcha, bitch. Oh.
Loved how that line turned out. Gotcha, bitch.
Bye, I am so good at this.
Mate, is that fucking Corey?
Bro, there's no way that's Mr. Matthews.
No, this is his wife. This is Topanga.
Holy shit. You're fucking nuts.
Oh, is this Shinazi? Don't try and riz me up, Shinazi.
Yes, Shinazi, fuck you, you home-wrecking bitch.
Okay, so that line, there's a little bit of a story behind that line if you guys want to hear it as well. So I'm doing a lot of AI generated audio where you type it in and then you hit generate. And each they're like dials that you tweak. So they're dials that make them sound more consistent, but they're like cold and not emotive. And then you can tweak the dials to like so that they emote more. But then they can kind of sound crazy when you start tweaking those dials. Like, I don't understand how any of this works. So that's one side of that website. The other side is in order to generate the audio is that you send it through, like you record the audio and then you basically put on, the way that I kind of look at it is imagine your voice, but now putting on the outfit of someone else's voice. Like, you know how in Mission Impossible, how they had those really complicated, such sick machines that would like print the perfect 3D image of a person's face, like as a mask, and they would put it on and it would just fit to their face perfectly. Imagine that, but just in a voice form. This is very much what that was. And so I sat there, kept generating the line, yeah, you Shinazi, you home wrecking bitch. I probably generated it like 20 times because the more that you generate it, he emotes it and performs it differently. I feel like, because based on the reference audio, I feel like maybe it's just pulling from different deliveries or moments. I really don't know how it freaking functions, but I was like, I can't get Feeney to like say the line how I want him to say it. So if you listen to how he says, yeah, you Shinazi, you home wrecking bitch, that's me saying it. And when you know that it's me, that's all you can hear. So I've just totally ruined that for you. So it sort of sounds like Feeney, but it mainly sounds like me, but it's such a funny line.
Mate, is that fucking Corey?
Bro, there's no way that's Mr. Matthews.
No, this is his wife. This is Topanga.
Holy shit. You're fucking nuts.
Oh, is this Shinazi? Don't try and riz me up, Shinazi.
Yes, Shinazi, fuck you, you home-wrecking bitch.
Game over.
Especially on the bitch. You could definitely tell that that's me saying that.
You home-wrecking bitch.
Game over.
That was fun.
Did you actually win a game?
8. You must have won like 800.
So she's like, so in the context of the real episode, Corey says, did you actually sell a magazine? She goes, 8. You must have sold like 800. So just simple, quick replacement. No, it's masked really well. Yeah, I definitely hear it now. Yeah. Ah!
Game over.
That was fun.
Did you actually win a game?
It's obviously not the end of the game, but I put the game over clip there.
8. You must have won like 800.
Slam.
I smell ass.
All right, yeah, Topanga, that was also generated. I smell ass, little throwback to the front part of the video with Mr. Turner farting.
Slam.
I smell ass.
Excuse me, honey, how much is this?
Dude, Squad-a-la, we're off. That guy was like my favorite part of the OG Zelda CDI YouTube poops. Him and this bit here, the lamp oil bombs, rope, you want it guy. Just, if the YouTube poop didn't have either of those two elements, it just was not a YouTube poop to me. It's got it, and it's got to have the king doing this number here. The he like touches his face in the weird way, and his like face all scrunches up. So this was very important to me to have this as a reference because I've been watching YouTube poops since their conception, and God, I've been referencing them probably since 2009, 2010, something like that. Maybe even sooner.
Boil.
Just 1 second.
How much is this?
Rope.
Just 1 second.
How much is this?
Bombs.
Just 1 second. Look, Eric.
Couldn't be very much because it's a.
Just 1
Man's
second,
bottle?
okay?
Oh, I think that is.
Excuse me, honey. How much is this?
Oh, that is the Demo Man's bottle. Yeah, I just found this online. I was just like, I need a lamp oil GIF or lamp oil PNG. You can make me do the duck walk. God, I love it so much. There's a lot of tracking going on. Use the auto tracking feature to track these elements onto the hands to make it, seem like she is holding the element. It just makes it look, it's like crude, but it's smooth at the same time. It's not a photorealistic rendering of hands holding a thing, but it's kind of nice the way it just perfectly follows with her movement as it rotates each time.
Lamp oil.
Just 1 second.
How much is this?
Rope.
Just 1 second.
How much is this?
Bombs.
Just 1 second. Look, Eric.
Couldn't be very much because it's a.
Oh, yo. This clip here was actually so nuts. All right, yo, I'm gonna really peel back the curtain. So I have a subscription to Runway ML. Runway ML is the site that I primarily use for the auto green screen feature. Yo, Kid from Mean Girls, thank you so much for gifting the sub to Prince Darwin. Could we get some hearts in the chat from Kid from Mean Girls? Yeah, explosions are always funny. Always, always funny. So one of the things that Runway ML does super, super well, that auto rotoscoping, turning any element into green screening, a moving element is just amazing. Kid from Mean Girls also gifted a sub to Superstar Nuggets. Thank you so much. One of the other features that it has is that it can turn a video, it'll take a photograph. It'll take that photograph and it'll turn it into a video. And so I did a lot of experimenting to see what I could get away with so that the joke could really land, but I didn't have to do like a whole lot of effort on the front end and like making the leaves move and all these things. So I want you, okay, so this is it. So here's what I did. I literally just did this. This frame here of the establishing shot of the Matthews home and this explosion, the start of the explosion was one I created in Photoshop and just literally just went in and just added that explosion, and then I exported this image. From this image here, what I did was I took it into Runway. Oh, Lord. Hold on a second. I'll show you guys actually. It's actually really, really stinking cool. So I took it into Runway and I I was like, I need like an explosion. I wanted to see that if I could generate an explosion around the house, if it would almost like just self-animate itself for me and pretty much just do the heavy lifting for me so that I could move on to the next, bit. 2010's YouTube poop, it's great. Thank you so much, IRSM. That is, good Lord, the biggest compliment stinking ever. So okay, here it is. Here's the assets here. I'm gonna pull this up and then I'll show you. Oh, this is actually so good that I pulled this up. All right, so I want to show you guys how many elements here for this video that I actually ended up auto green screening. Let's take a gander. All right, so it started here. So there are over 81 elements that I processed through and exported and green screened. So yeah, there's just so many goddamn elements. So so I was like, all right, let's see if it'll take this image here, home in progress. Oh, no, this was the other one. Yeah, there's a lot that went into this video. Okay, so here it is, right? Here it is right here. The screenshot of that with the house. And green screen new. Green screen this, home in progress. Where are you at, Explosion? Oh, I see. It's listed. Is it listed? No. It's listed by the date. Okay. Where is this crap? Yeah, here it is. So sorry. No, that's not. That's not it. What if I type in image to video? Where's my image to video thing? I always like experimenting with this stuff to see how to make some things easier. Oh, so here is one of the things that it generated. So I was trying to generate an establishing shot of a picture that I edited in Photoshop. So I went in here and I edited this photo to make the establishing shot of the house look like it was damaged from that explosion. And then I was like, can I generate this into a video? And like, would that be cool? And so this is what it did. It's kind of artistic and cool, but I don't like, it looks real, but I just don't like the fact that it goes out of focus like that. And so
into our undercover house is 68-year-old George Feeney, a factory worker for a window company.
One of the other tools that it has is like an auto paint feature that will paint something out. And so I crudely painted out the actual predator from the episode, you know, who like walks out just so that I could properly put George Feeney up in there. So that was a big help there, that tool. For that purpose. So anyway, I'm trying, finally, I actually did find it. Here's are some of the results that generated from just like the little, you know, the screenshot of the house with the half explosion. This will have the one that I ended up using for the video, and it'll also have the ones that I ended up not using. So here is one of them. This is the Matthews home just blowing up. And I'm pretty sure I added a prompt in there too. I mean, that's just absolutely stunning and incredible. I don't know if this was the one I ended up using or not. I don't think so. I think this was the first one I generated. And I was like, can I make it better? I should have used that one in all honesty. That one looked like even better than the one that's in there. Oh, I think I wanted it to be still. I don't know. Yeah, that's why. I wanted it to be a tripod shot and not a zoom in shot. So that way I could add the other element of the dude from Zelda CDI up in there.
What is that? Couldn't be very much because there's a...
Just 1 second, okay?
I can't be here forever.
Lady, please.
This is another example of the in-paint feature from Runway. I just painted his face out in all the different shots. And then this is just a mask. I just masked her face and, you know, just animated it that way.
Forever.
Lady, please.
Look how crudely this is animated. Like, look how Corey's head just sits like so lazily and then it just disappears. The layering of that sound effect was really fun to make too. I layered in a lady scream with like a laser that was like... I originally had that laser turned up so much louder than it is that this part was like scarier. And I was like, this doesn't need to be that scary. So I dialed the volume of that down. If you listen with headphones, you can definitely hear what I'm talking about. I'll play it back one more time.
Just 1 second. Look, Eric.
What is that? Couldn't be very much because there's a...
Just 1 second, okay?
Can't be here forever.
Lady, please. Could you be any more annoying?
That yell was from Eric watching a horror movie and from like season 6 or something.
Hey, buddy, watch your wife. That's my wife.
Watch your mouth. That's my wife.
Could she be any more annoying? So this guy walks into a bar.
All right, so obviously that was like the longest segment to edit. That there's so many layers, so much crap happening. You got visual elements, you got synced up to a song, one of my favorite songs from the N64 game, Mystical Ninja. The health bars crack you up so much. I think that's awesome. That tells me that my gut was right in adding them because originally they were not there to indicate any kind of violence. This element here was a green screen element I found on YouTube. You could totally see. And this too, the fight. These are from like 2 separate games. This one's from Mortal Kombat. This is from like Tekken or it's from a different fighting game. Yeah, and I love the Mortal Kombat vibe too because this video is just pure 90s. Not only is it like, am I really proud of like the edits and the decisions that were made and stuff like that, like it's all thematically together. Mortal Kombat happened in the 90s. This show aired and ended in the 90s. South Park became a huge monstrous hit in the 90s. Mystical Ninja, an N64 game. It is just absolutely littered. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire down to Catch a Predator, which was like late 90s, like early aughts. It was probably like more aughts than that. Halo Reach is not 90s, but certainly a retro throwback. And these are just like random anime like impacts. Oh, Zelda CDI released in the 90s? You didn't even know that. It just absolutely works.
So this guy walks into a bar.
And then this was taken from Dragon Ball Z, like Budokai Tenkaichi, or from one of the games, or like one of the finishing things is like this. Yeah, and I just wanted to add the bitches in there just to add it, just a new element. Wanted that chaotic continuity, as I like to call it, where, you know, the bomb from earlier that is so random and actually had no impact to the scene that when it blew up, the scene continued, but here we pan back to it and the house is damaged and being repaired by the only GIF I could find of someone repairing something. And it just so happens to be a South Park reference. So it was just the perfect accident. It took me so long to find some guy just on a simple roof repairing something. You would think anything, but there wasn't. Set the punches to the beat. Oh yeah, 100%. It had to go to the beat. So it was extremely time consuming. It was like edited in 2 chunks where like I edited in the first chunk and then condensed it all down, exported it out, brought it in and was like, all right, now I got to add the second layer of effects. Now the third layer. It went through, I think, 3 layers of just different times of me bouncing it down, adding more, bouncing it down, adding more.
Matthews, just the man I wanted to see.
Squad-a-la, yes or no? Yes, of course.
Mr. Feeney, let me ask you, if one were entertaining a young woman.
The context of this scene, he's asking Eric about how to entertain Feeney's niece. He has a niece coming in that's about Eric's age, who in the episode Eric develops a thing for, and they have like a small relationship in the episode, Eric and the niece. But I just thought it would be so funny. Once I thought of this scene and thought of its possible transition into To Catch a Predator, I just could not let myself let it go. And I was like, putting Mr. Feeney into Catch a Predator is so funny. Just from a mere, it's so messed up. It's a YouTube poop. It's twisted. People know it's fake, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot let it go. That is such a funny vision because it's not right. Mr. Feeney is like an icon, your role model. But at the same time, I was like, oh my gosh, all my favorite teachers growing up ended up being kind of like this. I'm not trying to justify the reason, but I'm like, there's a little bit of truth in this a little bit. But in my heart of hearts, I was like, I can't fully. Yeah, and that's kind of the humor in it, is like it's so shocking and messed up. That's why I have a lot of disclaimers during that part, because I just could not in my heart of hearts make Feeney an actual predator. It was so hard because I was just like, how do I have my cake and eat it too? How do I put Feeney into Catch a Predator? But it's like he wasn't actually doing anything wrong though. And he was set up or something. So I was like, what do I do? It really was the biggest dilemma that I had. It was extremely hard to figure out how to do it. I don't even think I completely figured it out.
A young girl your age. How would he go about it?
Mr. Feeney, you dating a teenage girl?
Robot Chicken, yeah.
Walking into our undercover house is 68-year-old George Feeney, principal at John Adams High.
And this is literally the same exact clip from the scene prior of him walking through this door. I just ran it through runway and green screen Feeney out.
Just the man I wanted to see.
He's got that. He's wearing the same outfit. He's got the same old strut, and he struts in the same old way this way too. And it's kind of the same door a little bit.
Dating a teenage girl?
Walking into our undercover house is 68-year-old George Feeney, principal at John Adams High. He's driven 2.5 hours to meet a girl who told him she was 12 and home alone.
All right, so this Chris Hansen part is a splice of stuff he's actually saying in the episode and then stuff that I'm inserting via AI Chris Hansen. And I really needed the AI to imitate Chris Hansen from this particular episode. So what I had to do was I had to go through this episode scrubbed about 2 to 3 minutes and then put it through the system so that this outfit was like the spot on lo-fi Chris Hansen, because I generated one that was like him talking from a different thing, and it just sounded like from that space. It sounded like, podcast, 50-year-old podcast Chris Hansen. I was like, no. I was like, I did this wrong. So all the stuff I spliced in there was just related to Feeney.
Our undercover house is 68-year-old George Feeney.
So that was obviously 68-year-old George Feeney. AI.
Principal at John Adams High.
That as well.
He's driven 2.5 hours to meet a girl who told him she was 12.
That's authentic.
And home alone. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning.
Authentic.
Using a screen name so disturbing we can't broadcast it, he tells the decoy about his twisted
AI. He tells the decoy about his twisted fantasies, because I wanted to lead into the joke. Like, you're like, oh my God, are we really about to see Feeney say something profane? The guy we all love. And when I got to this part, I got to the part where I masked out this, the square thing, and then I tracked, the picture of Feeney in, and I was like, this is so visually hilarious. And then I started thinking about what would be the funny thing that I would want Feeney to say as like as a potential predator to a decoy. And I was just like, in my heart of hearts, I cannot get Mr. Feeney to say anything profane. I just can't.
Fantasies.
Pee pee papa poo poo papa pee pee papa poo 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 papa.
Wow.
This is a big reference in the To Catch a Predator communities who make like YouTube poops and like really high funny edits making fun of the predators. This wow is used constantly in those. And I've watched so many of those, which probably why I wanted to put Feeney in the episode from seeing those is because when I'm thinking YouTube poops, I guess I kind of just put them all as a giant conglomerate and together.
It's one of the longest chat logs.
Honestly, I think your heart of hearts moment paid off. It was a misdirection to the obvious predator speak that you expected. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I had to go with my gut. I couldn't go through with it. And this was probably one of the last things that I added was this text disclaimer. Mr. Feeney showed up to the Sting House randomly. I originally was going to have Chris Hansen be like, I had it generated, but I just ended up not using it. Chris Hansen being like, Feeney actually showed up to the Sting House randomly. So the fact that he's here is a mystery to us, or something like, writing him off as originally a suspect, but completely innocent.
We've ever seen. 407 pages.
All right, that was authentic. And I just thought it would be so funny. It's like, what if those 407 pages was just all nonsense?
One of the longest chat logs we've ever seen.
Authentic.
407 pages. And all of it complete nonsense.
All right, so all of it complete nonsense right at that spot, right at that line is like, we get into AI.
407 pages. And all of it complete nonsense. Hundreds of poo-poos, papas, and pee-pees.
That AI was edited through my performance. I performed that as close as I could to Chris Hansen and then put on the Chris Hansen voice outfit. And I kept generating it, and he kept saying it way too fast. He kept saying it like, filled with poo-poos, papas, and pee-pees. Filled with poo-poos, papas, and pee-pees. I was like, no, I wanted to have that Chris Hansen draw. I wanted to have that poo-poos, papas, and pee-pees. And so I had to perform it that way to capture that specific performance, to like capture the comedy of it, because I just think poo poo papa pee pee is like so silly and so funny.
407 pages, and all of it complete nonsense. Hundreds of poo-poos, papas, and pee-pees. We are starting to question the validity of this chat because this...
Oh, Funk Squatch. Dude, why did I not connect that? Yeah, as one of the many references, William Daniels is the voice of Kit from Knight Rider. Good God. Dude, if I end up making a second one, I'm referencing that. I'm absolutely referencing that. The fact that I forgot, oh my freaking gosh. Yeah. Oh, and all this right here when he was like, this was not authentic, this was questionable, this was also AI generated. And this was extremely, extremely specific because I wanted Chris Hansen for it to transition right into Corey and Sean being immature. Like I wanted that to be what was communicated. And it's like, it was never Feeney. It's just these two boys derping around on AOL Instant Messenger, which again, another 90s thing and another thing that speaks so close to my heart. Cause when this show aired, when I was watching it, I was also on AOL Instant Messenger. To Catch a Predator was airing. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was super hot.
And pee-pees. We are starting to question the validity of this chat because this does not sound like an adult. Quite frankly, it sounds like immature kids.
And this was really important too, to have the not the police saying the wow line from previously. And then this is a little Easter egg too as well. The fat is a little reference to how profane it was that Chris Hansen couldn't say the name because he says it earlier on it. Not AIM. Yeah, it has to be AIM. Oh, yeah. Ryder Strong. That is his name. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. But I just love the idea of Corey and Sean just typing away, just poo poo papa pee pee, and then them celebrating. This was actually the episode where they did change the newspaper to say the new principal's weenie. The new principal is weenie. It said the new principal is Feeney. It was like an introductory to Mr. Feeney. So this is them just kind of like messing around.
New principal's weenie. Can you imagine 2,000 students reading this?
Ultimate power.
All right.
Hey, look.
Low-key, that's my favorite scene in the whole dang thing. I have no idea why. I just love it so much. The establishing shot of the UFO bringing the school back into existence when it never disappeared, but it's playing the GTA 4 Mission Complete, one of the Mission Complete sound bites. I absolutely love it. Oh, it's like the inverse of Independence Day. It's exactly like that. Oh, yeah, yeah. I had forgotten about that, Funk Squatch. Yeah, I never grew up watching Wonder Years. That was Fred Savage's show, right? That aired first, and then the Ben Savage show happened as well. Oh, one of the other things, I also used the photograph to video thing for this as well, to have like the clouds moving, because I wanted it to be like a moving scene to give it like more movement. But I also wanted to have like a blank canvas to like move the, you know, like the school into the frame.
It's reading this.
Power. Ultimate power.
It turned out really cool.
Hey, look at this. This is Feeney's weenie.
It's just so satisfying.
Fuck me. I gotta get me some better adjusted guys.
I don't know. You start editing. That was one of the instances you just kind of, you find one moment that sounds funny repeated, and just him going e was just really funny. And then I found that sort of B clip of him looking at him like, "Are you getting out of your mind? Like, can you please stop?" And then I spliced in, you know, when he's actually talking about them from a different scene.
I gotta get me some better adjusted guys.
Journalistic prank to come forward.
That shot was so freaking annoying to set up. It was one of those instances I was like, is this worth it? Is all the effort I'm going in for this mother effing scene even worth it? Like, for this one just gave me such a pain in the butt. There's like some green screening and some tracking, and like something funky was going on. Like, it just didn't want to cooperate with me as I was putting it together.
There's your man, Mr. Weenie.
All right. This to me is my stroke of genius.
There's your man, Mr. Weenie.
All right. As soon as I peel back the curtain, you guys will never unsee this for the rest of your life. Check this out. This is how I did this element. I filmed my hand bouncing up and down, and then I ran it through Runway to green screen it. So that is actually Feeney's weenie in the scene. So when you I just needed like a dangling something, because I knew once it was pixelated, it would look like the proper shape, you know, like just like the nude colored underwear. And sure enough, it did. It turned out really, really good. It was just, you know, but yeah, that is my hand bouncing up and down. Oh yeah, very CS 188. Oh yeah.
There's your man, Mr. Weenie.
I was sitting there like, do I download somebody naked and then mask out their penis and then put it on Mr. Feeney to blur it out? Like, that was my thought process. And I was like, no, there's got to be a less torturous way of doing this. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I'll just film my hand. And I just filmed it with my phone. I just did this. All right, perfect. And just sent it through and then ran it.
There's your man, Mr. Weenie.
I mean, you've been
Yeah, it really turned out too well.
chatting with this girl for a month.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
You think this is funny?
Don't die, Mr. Feeney.
All right, I've been chatting with this girl for almost a month. I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Is a scene where Feeney gets confronted by Eric because Eric notices that Feeney is tutoring someone else. And he's like, Feeney, you're tutoring someone else in there, aren't you? And then he closes the door and says, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
You think this is funny?
Don't die, Mr. Feeney. I didn't mean to kill you.
I was gonna do this more extended sequence where, like, after Feeney was revealed to be a predator, the cop out was actually gonna be that, oh, Feeney's not actually a predator. This was all a part of Corey's dream, and that was how I was gonna write it out. But the whole nature of it, like the shocking nature, I realized on the front end was so much to bear. It's like I need to figure out more than just the little thing at the end to make this segment, I guess, like more digestible. Yeah, this is definitely a Mario 2. So I don't know. I just found 2 clips of Corey waking up from like a nightmare. I thought it was just really funny back to back. I found one from season 1 and I found one from the very last season, which I think is season 5, the senior. Oh, season 7.
Mr. Feeney, I didn't mean to kill you.
So Corey was actually dreaming that he was dreaming, you know, just like the classic bit. And I just think it's so funny back to back.
You think this is funny?
Don't die, Mr. Feeney.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I almost did that. I pulled up the session and this is what I was going to do. I was going to cut to Corey waking up, yelling, and then it was going to cut to me rapping. It was all a dream. Wake up, Corey, you gotta scream. You're dreaming about Mr. Fiend's little ween. Those were the lyrics, and it was only gonna stop after that loop. It was all, those are the lyrics. It was all a dream. Wake up, Corey, you gotta scream. You're thinking about Mr. Fiend's little ween. Yeah, it was thinking about. You're thinking about Mr. Fiend and his little ween. But then I kind of went out the cop-out way.
I didn't mean to kill you.
I haven't even picked the music yet. What should we start with?
I don't know. Put on something that we can dance to.
This is obvious.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Throw back to the first joke. Coconut guy comes back.
You are a god.
I really like it too, because like Coconut Guy, it's kind of like bookends to the whole episode. You know, like we're introduced to Coconut Guy within, you know, at 40 seconds, within like the first minute. And then the very last scene, we end with Coconut Guy. So yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown of my World Met Boy YouTube poop. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, I'd be more than happy to answer any of them that you might have. But if not, that's it. That's all that went into it. It was an intense editing session. It was just crazy all over the place. Oh, dude, I actually love that remix too. It's a great remix. Comments have just been so fun. Dude, you did so good. All the little pieces are so fun to look for. Thank you so much. This was the very first time, and might I say, oh gosh, maybe like 2017 or 16 or something like that, that I've like actually made a video purely just for fun. There was zero me thinking about monetization or zero me wanting this video to blow up, you know, things of that nature that you kind of hold on to when you are creating a project. These are like these small expectations. This was like the only motive of this video was like, I am going through some ish right now and I need an escape. YouTube poops really bring so much joy into my life when I'm like having a rough time. I need to throw my hat in the ring, so to speak. And I would love to contribute something of that can do that. That is just made to entertain and just purely be shocking and funny and just, you know, be a little nugget of joy in someone's day. And is that weird? Is that weird to say that I haven't thought of making videos like that? I don't want to pressure you into anything, but are you thinking about making more YouTube sometime? YouTube poops are so freaking cathartic. Hypothetically, if this video were to be really successful or people were to want more of it, I wouldn't have a problem with creating more of this kind of content if people love it. You know what I'm saying? So long as I enjoy making it and people enjoy watching it, that's it. That is the marriage. Boom. That's all we need to figure out. Because this was a blast to make. Just a freaking blast. And you should have got Brutal Moose to be Feeney's lawyer. That actually would have been amazing. Speaking of Brutal Moose, shout out to the man for making this awesome thumbnail for me. I'm sorry, not thumbnail, but watermark, excuse me. All the best YouTube poops I've ever seen have just like an amazing watermark. And for some reason I was like, I need to have that as well. And I thought of Ian. I was like, if anyone can do this, it's that man. He's like amazing with graphic assets and just, I don't know. He's just got like a certain way that when he like makes his assets and he creates his art, it's just amazing. About being a toxic gamer now, do some goofy insults. You could say, do Rusty Rhodes as a toxic gamer. What's Dusty Rhodes? You can tell that you had fun making it. Fesh Pinch. Dude, I love Fesh Pinch. Fesh Pinch is my absolute favorite. Yeah, and I think that's really all I really want to focus on moving forward. And yeah, I wanted to start out the year like really strong. But man, I got really derailed, you know, with that news in relation to my mom and amongst other things, and like how I was like coping with it with Overwatch. It's all tied together, you know, from like what I was saying earlier in the stream. If you've been here for the whole 2 hours and 41 minutes. Oh, dude, I love Fesh Pin. Some of these, that sounds like an amazing friend. Dead Wrestler had a really goofy Southern accent. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna love him then. I gotta find something Southern to kind of lampoon and stuff like that, because I am from the South and I just think Southern people are just so stinking funny. Glad to see you not only participate but make some real gold. That is so freaking sweet. You killed it, yo. Been hitting this one on repeat. Yo, see, I just love it. I love this so, oh God, it's just so fulfilling. You know, when you just focus on the audience and just bringing joy into the life of the audience, and like that's the primary thing, and then you see it happen. It's just like nothing stinking better than that. Numbers, numbers, numbers. I love that moment. You make me a sandwich. My number one quoted Fesh Pence is from the second one, Uncle Phil Yiffs in Heaven Again, or, you know, like whatever that one is like titled. It's like kind of a convoluted title. It's when he goes, give me a hug, man. Give me a hug. Every time I see my brother Nate, the one who was basically like, he was like my YouTube poop advisor, which I should put him in, look at she is so like, not enthused and unthrilled. Motherfriend got me to make me a sandwich moment. That one's so funny. I love the second one. And a burp and the other. I just don't understand. I just don't understand why and how Fesh Pence is so funny. I really did. I wanted to make something like Fesh Pence is what I really wanted to do. Because I can't tell you how many times I just watched the three of those. Yes, I love the latest Fesh Pence. Fesh Pence 3 is so stinking good. Fesh Pence 3 Part 1, it's amazing. I actually commented on it, and the guy, Crobo Productions, actually commented back. I said, I probably watched this 10 times. This is hilarious. How long did this take you to make? And he responded back saying it took him about like a month to make. He's gotten so much better, too, when you watch the progress. Of course, it's like a decade's worth of progress because, you know, the first Fesh Pence is so old. But the third one is so Fesh. It just came out. And, man, it is so good. It is so stinking good. I don't want to play it. You guys have got to watch it by yourself. There's something about, correct me if I'm wrong, there's something about when you have a YouTube poop up and it's just you and the YouTube poop. It's like such a different relationship that an impact that the video has, or just any funny sort of related thing. I think videos are funnier when you're watching them by yourself because, you know, they meet you where you're at then and there, and you don't have to worry about if anybody else in the room thinks it's funny or why they're not laughing, or just there's no distractions and stuff. And it makes sense why when we send things to friends that we think are funny, it's like it doesn't have necessarily that same impact. So highly recommend Happy Days. I love Happy Days. That would be such a funny thing to lampoon. Dude, Happy Days is freaking great. I did like a Happy Days edit. Don't worry about pissing off anyone else when you want to go frame by frame to see whatever sneaky stuff the creator stuck in. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it's just better. You can watch it how you want to watch it. And I just think it's funnier, you know, like, I don't know. YouTube poop is such an acquired taste of comedy. And there's more people around me that don't think it's funny than do. The only two people that, the only three people that I can think of in my life is like my best friend and then my two brothers who love YouTube poops. And they are, you know, part of my everyday life. Meanwhile, I've been trying to show this to other people, and it's been interesting, but it's been good. It's been a constructive experience. Hey, what's up, Shadow the Nardo Dragon? This is one thing that I like never did back in the day, is that during the video making process, I would never want to show it to somebody to like get their feedback as to the stage it was in there. But I've quite frankly, the Holes video was the first one I did this in, and now this one. I love the feedback now. I love it. It doesn't really hurt because it used to hurt my feelings drastically. You have something, and I think it's just all the intent. Then maybe maybe my ego was more fragile and I just wanted more affirmation than anything. Because now I just want it to be good. Oh, the coconut guy. Oh yeah, so it's about as random as it is in the YouTube poop. So in the YouTube poop, so they get married and they go on vacation, and they don't say where. I think it's like a fictional place because they want Corey to become like mayor of the fictional place. I'm not a fan of just the random noise image glitching on poops. There's nothing on but that. Oh, sorry, dude. I was actually about to tell you, my bad. Oh my God. I totally missed that cue. It actually just pans to his coconut hut and he just like has it. He's like, we're moving to paradise, Topanga. We're never moving back home. He literally says exactly that. And he's like, and this is our job. I'm the coconut guy. There's so many moments in Boy Meets World that are really great, grounded and real, super and amazing. And then there are other moments that are silly, funny. And then there are other moments that are just straight cartoonish. Like, this is a cartoon, this show. Super cartoony. There are some episodes that get extremely meta. So it's quite the perfect show to lampoon. Sometimes all we need is just some YouTube poop. I love that comment. What a wonderful comment. This is my jive. So damn perfect. Dog. I be laughing in the club. Can't wait to see what you make next. I love it. I didn't know how badly I needed a Boy Meets World YouTube poop till I saw this. Thank you. Good night, kid from Mean Girls. Thank you again for those gifted subs. Corey actually died at this end of season at the finale. Yeah. Oh, I'm like a minute in, and this is the funniest thing I've seen in months. Dang. Oh, this is great. Oh, love it. Man, it's just so rewarding to finally, like, after all this work, to finally see an audience's reaction to the piece. So rewarding. Like, finally, good God. Especially when you have an edit that's like this intensive. It's a different kind of monster. But yeah, I hope that wasn't like super indulgent or super like pretentious or something weird like that. Making this video. It was extremely fun to make. Even down to the song. The first thing I think I did majorly was making the Coconut Guy song and flipping the samples. I was in anticipation ever since you mentioned it. That's crazy. That's crazy that you were actually looking forward to it. That means a lot. It really does. They revealed Dan died. Oh, yo, I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that. I remember that seeing that on like a television special of some kind where it like covered like a bunch of TV things, because I never watched Roseanne, but I totally remember hearing about that. Yeah, YouTube poops are just a really, really wonderful escape. And so far, this video has performed really great. It's got 1,700 views in 7 hours. It already has like 67 comments. To put in context, the Holes video, which was uploaded months ago, only has like 100 comments and 6,000 views. And half of those came from the Johnny Tsunami collab. Super grateful for that from Brutal Moose. So people are watching this for some reason. So really happy for that. I want everybody to watch it and for it to make them laugh at least once. That's the goal. I was like, that is the goal. Like at the whole 9 minutes, just if you can laugh once, I was like, yeah, mission accomplished, I think. And then we'll see maybe about making some more later or something like that. Which is actually really good, thinking of the timing of everything, because recently I have like a bunch of music related things I've got to knock out next. So music will be the current pivot, and it will be content that will be released this following one, hopefully within the next month or two. So an original song coming out soon, and then following that, I got to wrap up some more client work that are beats and stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe by the time all those songs are done, talking about the timing, I will be like, oh yeah, let's make another YouTube poop. We'll just see. We will just see how it goes. Thank you guys for sticking with me all these years, however long you've been with me and watching and stuff. Really means the world. You guys have stuck with me through like every identity crisis and evolution and that I have like gone through and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe that's nothing to you, but that is a lot to me. Yeah. So don't want to get too mushy, but I just really do appreciate it. It just feels good to have like an audience at all. And I'm just very, very thankful for that. Very, very thankful and appreciative for all you guys. So I think on that note, we're rounding up here to the 3-hour mark of the stream. I think this is probably a good time to like wrap it up. Also, so that I can go to bed. There's something I was supposed to do. Oh God, what was it? Don't you hate that when you can't think about it? 7 years on Twitch, it's been good. Dude, it's been crazy. Yo, yeah, I really just can't believe that. It's just nuts. It's nuts that you guys have stuck with me all, for nearly a decade, some of you guys. And that's wild. That's wild. And yeah, I got to remind myself that like y'all exist. In my darkest days, I forget things like this. That would be very, you know, like encouraging to think about in those moments. I'm not trying to project that it's anyone else's responsibility but my own. It was the Smash Did You Know gaming video that got me started. Oh, that's awesome. Where's all that time gone? I don't know, and I don't like it. I don't like how fast it goes, but you know what? I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it, and I look forward to more. I just want to create more videos and just, you know, create more memories and stuff like that. One of the things I think about a lot is like the responses that I will occasionally get. You know, people saying like, I watched your videos this age, or I watched your content at that age. And like even people today, like celebrating the older videos and still remembering those videos. I'm like, we got to create some memories now. I gotta keep creating videos for today so that tomorrow we can look back at how fond it all was. And just keep contributing, I guess, like videos or art or however you want, like content, however you want to classify it, in ways that still like are part of people's lives in a positive way, so that then when they look back, it's just like fond memories of joy and happiness and like fun, laughter, and things of that nature. I've been thinking about that a lot. Every time I play GTA 5, shout out to the Draw That Pokemon video. Big shout out. Still, I can't even believe you're referencing that. It's just so crazy. You're just such a down-to-earth and grounded person, and I appreciate that. Yo, man, when you go through the ringer, good Lord, and you don't come out humbled after getting your butt kicked, you know, by yourself and by whatever else that's out there. I don't know. I'm baffled when people don't come out that way. But life will humble you, man. Life will humble a person, bring you down to your goddamn knees and make you go, good Lord, I ain't got control over nothing. Do you still have those Santa Let's Plays? Oh, Superstar Nuggets. I don't know if they're around. The only way that they might be around is Internet Archive or something. I remember deleting them because I was embarrassed by them. I should have never done that. This is the dumbest thing I ever did, was delete videos like that because I was embarrassed. Life got them hands, and also like 50 different other things beating you up with it. True. It never is the single thing. Never. We're always like, our stress and our fears, our anxiety, all the bad crap is always a culmination of it all. It's always a giant melting pot of all that complicated stuff we can see and stuff that's buried down at the bottom, and we don't know that's there yet. They're so funny. I love the GTA and Melee ones. Dude, thank you for thinking they were funny. I guess it's why I took them down. Like, you know, I think that's on me. Back then, I did not realize that sometimes things just take time to grow, and that you just gotta like play the long game. You gotta just sometimes have to acknowledge that it's a marathon. Back then, I made the big mistake, especially with how I felt in relation to the Santa Let's Play videos that I made. And I should have had that sort of mindset when tackling that kind of content. For those who don't know, I made a bunch of Santa Let's Plays as my Santa character, you know, just being completely dim-witted and oblivious and dumb and video game illiterate. Kind of in a similar vein to like Clueless Gamer, if you're familiar with Conan O'Brien. And Santa Claus is highly inspired by another character played by, what's his name? He's the guy who says the asshole line in the very first Guardians of the Galaxy. Peter Serafinowicz, who's also the voice of Darth Maul famously. There's a character he plays, Brian Butterfield, who is just this old, fat, mustached, dim-witted British guy. It is one of the funniest portrayals. Just, oh my goodness gracious, just so funny. So my Santa character is extremely inspired off of Brian Butterfield. Really recommend. If you think Santa's funny, I think you might find Brian Butterfield really funny as well. It's a different kind of humor. It's definitely more like UK British humor. You've always been funny, my guy. Just extremely cleverly done bits. Oh, dude, thanks, dude. Thank you, Egabuha. And thank you, Herbals. Man, I'm glad you think that's funny. I went back and watched that video and was like, oh, God, man, this video's rough. I could have made a much better show. Yeah, I didn't know about this Peter Serafinowicz show until the Brian Butterfield segment started making its rounds in my life. Actually, my brother showcased it to me. He sent it to me and was like, you will think this is so funny. He's like, this is amazing. And yeah, it changed my life. It changed my life because he sent me like 3 or 4 of them and was like, it was just the perfect culmination of just being baffled, having so many questions, and then the thing being so funny. I mean, oh my gosh. But also cringy, so it's got to be a lot easier for you to not like it. Yeah, no, that's very accurate. I think it's also cringy to me because I also don't like how I executed the video as just like, because it was one of my first videos sort of like coming back, getting into the swing of doing like sort of comedy videos again. And so I think it shows personally, but I don't, that's just me. That's just my own criticism with it. But yeah, Santa being dim-witted is always funny to me. He's just such a funny character. And so that'll be the next 2 videos. The next 2 videos will be the original song coming up. That song has to happen. And so that song will get finished in about a month or 2. After that song, then we will see the Santa-related video. So we'll probably get another Christmas in like June, July type of thing. With how these videos end up releasing. We'll see. I want to try and crank them out soon so that I can get like at least cracked at Smash Bros. Yeah, that was like a funny little... Superstar Nuggets. Were you like one of the only 2 or 3 comments on that channel, on the Santa Plays channel? Man, that was so freaking funny. Just like the few comments of the people who actually watched it. Oh yeah, the first video is the Santa Hands Foundation, and so that video is in the works. To let you guys know, this is going to be probably the biggest bit of parody and satire I've dropped in a hot bit. It's going to be parodying a number of notable controversies in the gaming world and providing some South Park level commentary on them while providing a narrative. Also, like there's a through line. There's a A to B to C type of thing. It actually is like a 3-act-ish structure video. I never left you. Oh, I thought they'd be lost in the noise, dude. I read them all. I ended up reading. I really do. I really have come back to reading all the comments, and even the negative ones don't affect me the way that they did back in the day. You really do end up developing a bit of thicker skin. I think as just time goes on. Like I don't know, but I'm definitely a different make than I was then. So now it's like it's cool. The negative comments, I don't take any offense whenever they do show up. I mean, I guess it also shows the fact that, you know, I'm showing my videos to people on the front end, you know, knowing that it's rough, knowing I'm going to get criticism back. I'd much rather get it on the front end so that we can have like a really good video. So I think that's my mentality. I just want to make good things more so than concerned with my own, I guess, like ego. It was very ego focused more in the days of Yonder. Peeps and Digital Gaming, it was a huge for my brain. I was like, wait, YouTubers can do videos together? Oh, that's funny. That's great. Those are some good days back then, man. Normal Boots Hidden Buck days, boy, those days gone. That was another part of the journey too. Is mourning the great loss that all was. Oh boy. She would have told me it would have all ended like this, man. God, mother freaking dang it. Oh man, I would have not believed you. No, I take that back. Yeah, no. I take that back. Yeah, now all the news you hear about is something. Yeah. It's rough. It's rough, yo. Just to put simply. I don't want to break into any bit of conversation that, you know, may make anyone uncomfortable. So we could just let it dissolve there and just call it that. But you guys will see all the commentary in the video form. I really very passionate with how it turns out and making sure that the lens in which I'm making this video is very, 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 very much so through the lens of Trey and Matt, the creators of South Park, trying to cover like both sides in a narrative and present those both sides in like a funny, engaging, satirical and parody type of way. So that's been the lens that I've been trying to go about through it. And it's challenging. It's really tough. It is really tough. It's like, because you don't know at which point are you hitting that mark, going too far, or you need to dial it back or whatever the case is. But one of the bits forced me to, because it is a video covering controversy, it forced me to learn how to play the ukulele so that I could properly play the Colleen Ballinger song. Because if I'm gonna do the ukulele bit, I'm learning how to play this. I am learning how to play the actual song, the Toxic Gossip Train, Colleen Ballinger song. And I have the ukulele right here. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Colleen Ballinger. Oh, wait, that's not right. That wasn't the right one. That's pretty much it.
A lot of people think that I gotta apologize because I'm Colleen Ballinger. But you gotta listen.
So this was an important part of the bit. And been practicing this for about 2 months now. Did not know how to play it. But I love the fact that I can tell people the very first song that I learned on the ukulele was Colleen Ballinger's Apology song. really does show you how much of an impact it left on the internet. There you go. Oh, dude, I'm gonna make the best royalty-free ukulele things ever. Dude, it's so freaking easy to play this. Like, you can play, because it is, the hardest part is like the chord, the strings are like close together. But if you want to play these like 3 or 4 chords, it's really easy to play in this context because it's just like one finger, one finger, one finger. Then it's like 2 fingers. But it sounds super good though. Like, listen to it. There's your royalty-free ukulele. So simple, but it sounds super good. One of the things I also like doing, I found out this little chord, and I'm like, yo, this sounds dope. This is like Donald Ragatoni's like anthem. I'll probably put this like in an East Coast beat because it just sounds so good. I gotta figure out the next chord though. I don't really know. Dude, I miss Ragatoni too. Here's another one you can do. Oh, it sounds so bad. To Island in the Sun by Weezer. Oh, is it really? Dope. Oh, dude, that sounds awful. I'm not playing this right. I just love the world influence that like that strumming pattern is. And then I learned this just kind of like derping around. Oh God. Yeah, you know what? Just forget that. Here's the other one though. No, not Skyrim, Luke. Watch the GTA stream. I want to go back and watch the GTA RP. Dude, yes. Oh, God. What is Concerning Hobbits? Da, 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 da. There it is. Okay. All right. Here it is, y'all. Concerning Hobbits. I'm really turning into a bard. You guys know how I was playing like a bard on Baldur's Gate? Yeah, it's actually coming to fruition. There you go. I just learned that just messing around. I've been watching a funny guy troll on GTA RP. Oh, dude, I love those guys. Good night, PS Weech. Oh, yeah. But my favorite chord progression is the Daughters chord progression by John Mayer's. This one here. It's just so gentle and just so nice. And the choruses. just love these chords. I have no idea why. Learning how to play the ukulele has also made me realize that I like string instruments over like the piano, possibly even over the drums too. I love playing this thing so much. In fact, I'm just like, I gotta get an electric, I gotta get an acoustic, I gotta get a bass. This is about to snowball into some unhealthy purchases if I don't manage some finances right. But you know, when you don't have that kind of money, it's not like it's going to happen. But so it's a good long-term goal. A good long-term goal to just be like, yeah, this will be so fun to just slowly build that gear collection, because just, I don't know, that's just so freaking fun, especially if you're a musician, just like building your plugins up, getting all your assets together, getting your gear. It's just, I love every aspect of it. What's the other song that I know? Jim Crochet. I never know how to say his like last name, but wait, Bad Leroy Brown. It's like bad. Oh no, it's G. Bad. Oh no, it's Don't Mess Around. Wait. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Leroy was a gambler, standing there, said, "Whoa, you have a fun." Leroy Brown, body carrying the whole damn time, better than old King Kong. I suck at that chord. So that's what I'm practicing. It's fun. It's fun to just like sit and noodle. I totally get it. I used to get really annoyed with some of my roommates. No, it wasn't my no. That's about to go into something that wasn't even true. It's like I'm misremembering a lot of things in this thought. I get pissed when anybody noodles or is playing during a sound check. I can't stand that. Oh my God. Or like there are other things going on. It's like, oh my Lord. Like we are trying to get a sound check. Everybody else needs to be quiet. Please. Oh, it's so freaking frustrating. Like the guitarist is over there, like not even tuning. He's just playing something. You got this person over here just playing some random thing. It's like, yo, we got to get these monitors right. People can't hear them. If you can't hear themselves, and then you get everybody to shut up and everybody's like quiet. So you're like, all right, electric guitarist, what do you want in your monitor? All right, you get that. And then by the time you get to the drummer, what happens? Everybody starts talking again. So by the time you get to the drummer, and you're trying to talk to the drummer back from the soundboard to give the drummer his mix, give him what he needs in the monitors, there's 8 other conversations going on in the building. Now, we can't hear each other. Drives me nuts. This is why I can't do live sound. I just can't. I just can't do it. Cannot. I got PTSD. You know, not true PTSD, of course, but Lord, goodness gracious. I have PTSD walking into a church building because it's all sound related. Just experiences and just bad experiences. Hey, what's up, Terrarian Trev? How are you? Which is quite unfortunate, saying that, as church buildings probably brings most people calmness and peace, depending on where you are or where you're going. As for me, I'm just like, oh, Lord, get me out of here. Get me out. I need to go to some place where like they do church with like they do church with no mics, no sound, nothing. We're just like sitting around. I don't know. They do not bring me much joy. And personally, I am a God-fearing man. I truly am. But I hate church. I hate it. Yeah. I used to be like scared to like say that, but you know, I'm not scared to say that kind of stuff anymore. When you grow up in church your whole life, you know, it's like, ooh, boy, taboo. Working on a Helldivers video. Should I get Helldivers? Should I get Helldivers? Everybody is playing it. If you are playing Helldivers right now, rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. And if I see a lot of 10s and 9s, I will get it. What are the crashing issues that are occurring? You try to like log in and play with friends and just crashes, or just like solo? Is there like a certain, highly recommend it for sure. 8 out of 10. I plan on buying it next. What are you playing now? What's everybody playing? Because, you know, I kind of need some variety in my life now that Overwatch isn't the, you know, single game that I am addicted to. I've heard it's fun with friends, but that's kind of it. I think any problems are server issues. Just sounds like, to me, that just sounds like it's a super popular game, and they were not planning to accommodate probably this wide of a player base this fast. But I mean, props to them. Holy crap. That sounds like a good issue to be having. Playing Splatoon on Wii U and Kid Icarus Uprising before Nintendo shuts down their servers. They're shutting down the Kid Icarus Uprising servers? Oh, I mean, I haven't played it in forever, but I have it right here. I have it close by. I 100% complete. This is one of the only games I've ever 100% completed, y'all. This is it. You can't even freaking see that, dude. This, you know, just trust that this is a Kid Icarus Uprising 3DS. Like, that sucks. Yeah, it's sad. Pretendo. It's just sad, especially when there's like memories associated to the game. I think that's why Master Chief Collection was such a big win. It's just a huge waves of nostalgia playing all of it. Just nuts. And then man, I played, there's a time in my life, it was a really dark time actually, when Kid Icarus Uprising was pretty much my therapist. Which is primarily the reason I fully completed it. Like I'm pretty sure it was chapter 9 or level 9. You bump the intensity all the way up to its highest level. The same guy who made Smash makes this, so it kind of works on like similar parameters. Where, like, you know, in Smash, if you put the CPU to level 9, that's the highest it goes. Oh yeah, dude. Everybody has that like dark period, the Dark Ages game. Means a lot to you because you played it while going through something. Oh, yo, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the freaking truth? Yeah. I don't, yeah. There was a level of unhappiness that was, I don't want to say it was the most unhappy I've ever been in my life when I played Kid Icarus Uprising, but boy, the form of depression and unhappiness that I felt at that time I played it was, boy, it did not play fair. It hit really hard. So yeah, game definitely certainly means a lot. I was in a dark place. I remember my grandfather died. Oh God, I'm laughing because it's just so uncomfortably depressing. I've ever been gaming was Rainbow Six Siege, worst game I ever played. Oh Lord, just the content of it, just not good. I feel you, bro. Absolutely 100% feel you. Yo, you guys have been great. I just want to thank you for easing my anxiety, all of you, for just hanging out with me tonight. Seriously, I was really anxious for some reason going live tonight. I think just because I hadn't gone live before, I'm not really in the swing of it, so I feel a bit out of it. And they made me play garbage games with them. Golly, we'll cut those people out for more reasons than one. Jeez. Oh, you said hanging, so I'm glad. Going live when you're rusty can be intimidating. Oh, man, it is. It's super intimidating. It is, that's like when you're not feeling it, and like sometimes going live is a lot like jumping off of a really high rock into a body of water. It's the more that you stand up on the edge looking down, the less likely you're going to be to jump because you're just sitting there like getting all in your head. Going live today was a similar phenomenon, except instead of walking down off of the rock and going down the trail path where everybody's swimming, I just stood up there and finally jumped and went live. Took me long enough, but at least we got there. But shout out to everybody for just easing it, making it nice. Oh, thanks, man. That's nice of you. Thanks, bro. We gotta, yo, Austin, you playing Helldivers? The reason I ask is because on my Steam, it was like, your similar games as PUBG. And I was like, I wonder if Austin likes Helldivers, if it's similar to PUBG. Or if it's like even on your radar or whatever. I also got that other game that you were playing a lot of. Some sort of, it's like that 2D vampire. What is it called? Yeah, I've been playing it when I get a chance. Do you like it? Oh, Project Zomboid. Yo, I'm going to stream Project Zomboid next stream. I've never played it. Never played it, but someone gifted it to me. The lovely person knows exactly who they are. Thank you so much for gifting me Project Zomboid. We should do a stream. Dude, let's do it. Let's duo stream it. Absolutely, man. I'd love that. I would love to play with y'all. What is... How much you been playing this? When did you play it? 494 hours. Oh my God. Austin. I'm afraid I'm about to get addicted. 174. Oh man, y'all are funny. I'll leave the game open, but yeah, most of my played games, Danny and I play it together. I love that. I love like when you share a game and then like you share that profile and then like you look at the hours played and it's just massive. I'm assuming y'all don't share the same profile. Yeah, that doesn't make sense if you play together, right? You got to be on separate machines. I had to protect her because she sucks. Oh, poor Danny. Dude, tell her I said, hey, she is wonderful. I miss you guys. I'm not even kidding when I say I was thinking about you guys today. Casey and I were talking about y'all. And I was like, God dang, I miss them. We gotta... But the thing is, I know that with especially you and me, I'm never worried about the status of like if we fall off or something. Like I know that we're like good, and that we'll always pick it back up, type of thing. But yeah, was talking about you today. Yeah, I've been nervous like streaming Baldur's Gate too. I don't know why. Like TOO also. Yeah, definitely. We got some similarities. You need a big bear hug. No, dude, there's not a whole lot of people in chat anyway, so it's totally fine. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a very chill chat. I love it. It's quality conversation. So long as we're having quality convo in the chat, please. No one's ever spamming or, you know, taking over or anything of negative. That is a negative thing. Yeah. I just love the quality convo. It's the quality convo is like my love language. Chat away, peeps. That's what it's here for. All the time, I totally don't do it like 5 times a stream on average. Yeah, Herbals is like the king. Y'all, man. I'm always getting tricked by these quality timers, man. These people just hang out always. I always end up hanging out with them like way longer than I intend. And I'm like, God dang it. Like even now, look at this. I'm 30 minutes past when I said I was even going to wrap up. It's ridiculous. I'm very good at doing this. Oh, I have the Sims 4 on my system. I might play it. Like when we were doing the Breath of the Wild song. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 1 hour of work, 5 hours of chatting. Yeah. We fell off a little. The funny thing is with the Breath of the Wild song too is that we fell off just like a little bit. It took a bit of a lull and then we had to like pick it back up. It was a much more daunting project than we had anticipated. What we thought would take a month ended up taking like 6. A lot of that has to do with probably those conversations that we work for 1 and then we talk about Zelda for 5. Yeah. Love it. Yeah, even though we ain't in, yeah, you gotta have that Midwest goodbye. Man, that's so accurate. The Midwest goodbye that takes ages. Oh my God, dude, that's so accurate. Oh my goodness gracious. But I think that's sweet though. I think if anyone experiences that Midwest goodbye, which everyone will and does in their life, like, you know, we just like, you're saying goodbye, but you just like get into another 2 hour long conversation or something like that, and then say goodbye again, another 1 to 2 hour long conversation. It means you got someone special in your life, worth talking to and being with. Oh, that's funny. I love it. Yeah, I think, you know, that means you got good people in your life, and why not? Why not just have a really long goodbye and just keep indulging in that conversation? Ironic to say this, as I totally intend on wrapping this up after this sentence. Anyway, guys, let me wrap this up. You guys are great. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me indulge and give you all the behind the scenes, the breakdown of the YouTube poop. I'm glad y'all like it so much. I know, in all honesty, it brings my heart so much joy knowing that it's making people laugh and seeing that they are, you know, entertained by it. So it's super rewarding. But I'll catch you guys on the next stream. I promise it won't be so long ways away. Always been a big YouTube poop fan too. Yeah, it's like, why not just make one? We just got to make some YouTube poops every once in a while. At least put them in our editing, as some of us do. Love you guys all. See you. And until next time, peace. Oh, Prince Darwin, thanks for